But that doesn't actually solve the Pacific viewership is still shit, no? Like, is that not the fact that Korea's is even higher than that is actually an indication of all of that. Yeah, like I agree with this. I think it's just not the market for it. It's the same when South America talk about it, and I'm like, it's just not there, you know.
We need more than 31 people playing. I'm sorry, but 31 people playing is not enough for me to start the race. Can we do a bit better than this, please? 60 seconds. Say bello to Fiddy. I need to put the cut into this video so that I can post it.
What was that game? That was Old Ocean versus Cheese Boyga. Remember when Bleed took Zaya to map 5? Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like if you have to keep referencing one result, your argument starts to look a little slim. It's actually Fnatic theory. Or what have they called before it? What have they fucking called? But like Donghack Knife Team. Yeti? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just Yeti theory of like, you almost get a result one time, so therefore we move up tiers. Yeah, you look at Zeta's regular season, and all they have proven is that their ability to get it over the line against most teams is pretty fucking dodgy. So yeah, I don't know. Like I think I made this argument maybe back when the Stockholm format was first announced, in that in reality we should just give the spot to like to another one of the major regions. I can see the argument for Japan more just because it's like more popular over there, so there's what's the word? There's enough reason to want to invest in the scene. But I don't think that same logic applies for Pacific.
Xavier.
Yeah.
I've just chopped up this watching the Gatos Guapos thing to stick on the coaching channel.
Sounds good.
This shit is 3 hours long.
You did a 3-hour VOD review?
Yeah.
I mean, VOD reviews are like, if you do them on stream, they're so inefficient. Because
it's so long. Like, and I'm talking to the chat and like.
Yeah, you actually stop and explain things or go back and figure things out, or especially now that like the rewinding works, and then people ask questions, and then you go on a tangent or something as well because it sort of like bounces off, you know. So it's like actually you go through it really piecemeal in the end.
Yeah.
Whereas like
I'm asked, am I uploading it today? I don't know. It's probably gonna take forever to render. It's 3 hours long.
Yeah, that'll be processing for probably at least half a day. Oh, actually, you got to render it as well. Yeah, it'll render.
I'm gonna render it now.
Yeah. We're not.
Should I do an intro or should I just open it right at the start with nothing that says, "What's the opening line of this video?"
What's it currently? Surely at some point you said, "Let's take a look," or like.
I know. I started it with I think ColorX gets picked here. I can't understand this. That's my
Oh,
opening
that's
line.
what started
I'm
the
already in the replay.
investigation.
Well, because I started watching on a YouTube video and I couldn't like get enough information. Like I was watching like not on a YouTube VOD. I was watching like ColorX's Twitch VOD and I was doing it from there. So he sent me the codes and I'm like already umming and ahhing and umming and ahhing. I think it's like I think the ColorX gets picked thing is just like a fine opener. It's like not really
Yeah.
it's not really a hook, but you know it'll do.
The first 30 seconds is important.
I don't care about engagement. This is for the loyalists. This is not like a good video with a 30-second opening hook. You know what I mean? Like,
what a 30 seconds. Looks like I'm sitting down for 3 hours now. I'll get
yeah,
comfortable.
exactly.
How did
I
Color Hex
need
picked? Let me watch this guy explain it for 3 hours.
I need a thumbnail for the 3-hour review of Gatto's Guapos versus Nosebleed. Have a snazzy PowerPoint transition to start, and you'll find low key. I do think like
Like a star
that would
wipe.
be good. Like the star opening up thing. Like, is that in DaVinci Resolve? Like as a joke?
never
Like, do
used
they have like an
DaVinci.
effect for that?
There
Like the
probably is
star
though, like a
intro.
transition type thing, yeah.
Like the
Surely.
who won the marbles? Ponders won the marbles. Jasmine close second. Nice try. You can marble again. What was it? I wasn't here for that match. Was it just one player or the whole team? It's always the whole team, mate. It's never just one player. Unless it's Finn. Or Mag. Who happened to be on the same team. There was something in there. There is a course. There we go. Endurance test. Play again. Star wipe, DaVinci Resolve. Let's see if I can find it. I feel like it's such a rogue intro.
I feel like it's going to be a default one. I mean, I imagine is
Star wipe,
DaVinci
DaVinci Resolve.
is it similar to a lot of these things where anything it can't do, you can just download
Standard
like,
edge what? Jesus. It's like a major effort. To create a star wipe in DaVinci Resolve, use a combination of the standard edge wipe transition, a feathered mask. Like, come on.
You don't got time to do a feathered mask for the sake of this.
Feathering a mask? Like, come on.
4 teams, Zesty. Top 2 from the Pacific, top 2 from Japan.
Alright, you can play. Nice Suki back. Alright, let's see if I can get one of these masks in. Band wipe, blobs.
Star Wars.
Oh, thank you. Star Wars. Radial shape. Radial shape. Drag that. Oh god, how do you even... Dude, I have no idea how to use this fucking application, to be honest.
I'm the same way. I use Sony Vegas Pro, and it's just... I know how to do, like, 4 things. That is normally enough to make the video I need.
I learned to use Sony Vegas 13 when I was, like, probably 13.
Yeah.
And now I've just got nothing.
Yeah,
like, I don't know how to use this DaVinci Resolve at all.
I can cut stuff, I can put stuff together, but that's, you know, I just use the same defaults for like all my rendering and stuff and just no actual skills. Oh, the EMEA highlights is up. You want to watch that, chat? We still got a couple of minutes.
Radial shape.
Let's watch a guy who does know how editing works. I just have to watch this advert first.
Shape sides and shape angle? You've got to be kidding me. It's a triangle. It has 3 sides. Man, I don't want a triangle. I want a star. How many sides does a star have?
5 or 6. It depends on the star.
Go for this.
I feel like 5 is probably the classic.
Yeah, this ain't happening. This ain't happening, I'm afraid.
Oh, we've got a second advert.
What? A double Star Wars?
No, I was going to play Rowan's release for has put out the EMEA highlights, so I was going to watch that.
Oh god.
You want to watch as well, or are you deep in the edit?
I am so deep in the radial shape.
You're
Like,
deep, so yeah. So I hope to God as well, Rowan included a star wipe in this just to show you up as well.
yeah, I mean, it would be good.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
All right, ready,
Wipe.
chat?
I give up.
So bad.
Too much resistance.
Oh, let's see if I roll out. Back again. Wasted on Wu Yang.
It's just random shit. Doesn't really care. I give up. Oh man.
Fuck, it's just gonna be a quartz highlight reel, isn't it? Big crocs. This is when we were full of belief still that Juji could do it.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing something on the stream now. Won't be Overwatch related. But that's fine. Who won the race? Butcher Brady's one way. Second place was Zeke VR4, Ashley 69 in a respectable 10th place. These things can happen. But start blocking it.
I swear to God, every EMEA highlights just has like a nice sodial overclock in it. Regardless of what happens to Genji, good or bad. That was an insane shot, actually. This is for clutch as well. Like, fuck, how does he... It's not even Astro's fault, I think.
It's literally always Astro's fault.
I don't know, man. It's just a Kevster moment.
Dev doesn't have moments, he's not a moments player.
Fuck. Nice. Top work by
Yeah.
Rowan as always. I've yet to see any 1080p. Some of them are, some of them are. They're all at least 1080p. I think Polix can normally upload in a little bit higher, but varies a bit editor to editor. But 1080p is like the bottom line.
Check the progress on this render. What do you
I
think?
think my food's here as well. 2 seconds.
This render is 16% of the way through. We're killing it. Meow. Again. Gold shield projectile. We love projectile.
오늘 준비된 마지막 경기 웨와 올드오션의 경기 시작 전 각 팀의 대표분들과 함께 인터뷰 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 웨 팀 만나볼게요.
안녕하세요.
Almost
웨
boobs,
감독
yeah.
동수입니다.
So
반갑습니다.
close.
네, 동수 감독님 반갑습니다. 그렇다면 올드오션도 만나볼까요?
네, 올드오션 코치 독수입니다.
네, 독수 감독님 반갑습니다. 자, 이렇게 또 한 번 양 팀의 감독님들을 뵙습니다. 플레이오프와 OWCS 아시아 모두 걸린 마지막 한 판을
God, we're getting
위해서인데요.
so many projectiles.
지금까지 달려온 모든 일정들의 또 다른 분기점에
요.
도착을 한 것 같아요.
my
그런
fucking
만큼
health
양
bar.
팀의 각오 한번 들어보겠습니다.
Kill
우선
the
이제
golden
뭐
man.
전 경기 같은 경우에는
Why the fuck
저희가
can he
좀
climb
재발에
walls?
걸려 넘어졌다고 생각을 하거든요.
그래가지고 이제 좀 본인들의 체급을
back.
올리는 거를 목표로 해서
It's
좀 그런
prize
거에 대한
time.
얘기를 나눠왔고 이제 오늘이 마지막
It's what
경기가
time?
되지 않아야 하기
Prize
때문에
time.
애들과
Oh,
최선을 다해서
fuck
올드오션을 격파해 보도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
네.
Luckily, someone put the fries in my bag,
올드오션은
and now
어떨까요?
I've got the fries.
저희 같은 경우에도 지금
It's Joshua Block
좀
posting.
두 번째 경기인데 좀 길게 경기를 이어왔었는데 지금 거의 체력이 친구 방전이 돼 있어가지고 그냥 뇌를 빼더라도 이기는 식으로 그래도 열심히 해보도록 하겠습니다.
저절로 움직이도록 이렇게 좀 경기를 진행해 보도록 하겠다라고 말씀을 해주셨는데요. 외팀 1경기 때 온사이드 게이밍과의 아쉬운 경기 결과가 나왔잖아요. 전투력을 좀 더 불태우는 계기가 되었을지 별말 없이 좀 짧게 여쭤보도록 하겠습니다. 극복 가능할까요?
It will start soon, John. I'm sure of it.
해야 합니다라고 말씀해 주셨는데요. 그렇다면 올드오션 지난 경기는 웨에게 0대 3으로 좀 뼈아픈 패배를 하기도 했어요. 하지만 각성한 올드오션 오늘 좀 매운데요. 오늘은
Did Old Man actually styled on me? I mean, when he started fucking climbing up the wall, like,
전 경기와 마찬가지로 진흙탕
health max?
이겨보도록 하겠습니다.
Or just
쉽게
100% damage
보내지
increase?
않겠다만 진흙탕처럼
Damage
끈질기게
increase.
좀 한번 승부
100% is a
걸어보자라고
lot.
말씀드려봤습니다. 자 이렇게
Yeah.
연달은 경기로 인해서 양팀 모두 피로도 크게
I'm not a numbers guy, but
하지만 부산 그리고 더 큰 무대
big number.
빅스를 위해서는 맞서 싸워야만 또 쟁취해야만 할 겁니다. 그렇다면 맵 세트도 확인해 보시죠.
Attack speed or bananas? Would I like my third weapon to be bananas? Axes, guns, and bananas? Like you can never go wrong with the bananas. Crit chance. Like, what tomes have I taken? I took crit. Good. Another one? Oh my god.
Another one.
This is the run. Items that if I'm gonna die, it stops me from dying. This is the run. Homosexuals feeling it too. As he said, the run in all caps. The run where I'm rewarded for being greedy. Finally. Swarm in a couple seconds. Oh, I think it's the run.
Hang in there, guys. One more game for another WAE collapse.
one more cock up for Way.
You think it couldn't get worse, but it just might be about to get worse.
Oh no! The run has been spoiled. These suck. I think I have to pivot to... Do I pivot to evasion? Like I don't have lifesteal. I don't have quantity. Do I pivot to evasion? I was waiting for a quantity term that never came. Because I think if I go projectile speed, I'm just going to die. I don't know. Yeah. I have to.
Horrific, Animus. Absolutely horrific. We got some 9s, we got a 10. We got some music. Come on. I just need some
We got
checks.
nerf. Wait, are we in game?
Yeah.
Let's tap in.
Alright, you start, mate. Honestly, I'm 2 bites to win.
2 bites to win. It's better than being 1 bite to win, I suppose. Should we sync up now?
25.
I just hit live.
24.
23. Oh.
23. 22. 21.
Perfect. All right. Orisa versus Ramatra. Sim for both sides, but the Orisa can have a real hard time versus the Microwave. Rujay Hong has found a trade on none other than Milgaru, though, which is as valuable of a trade as one could possibly ask for. Unfortunately for poor little Heiser, he's got nothing to do against Aid's fully torque beam. And a tank advantage will rapidly evaporate. Kivis has traded Sonjin though, so we are 3 versus 3 at the moment. 8 is about half HP, TP being broken up. Suzu forced out of Maka. Old Ocean have bodies on the point. Milgaru should be back very, very soon, though. You can see him stepping towards the point, trying to deny the cap. He will deny the touch. Sounds like this guy is no longer 2 bites to win, but not to be trusted. Could just be squeaking in a word between bites. Now the cap will go the way of Old Ocean because Milgaru is speared off, but dicey that WAE allowed that to go through.
Yeah, not great. Old Ocean. Interesting to see that they're still actually sticking the Orisa and all of this, even though difficult. Into the sim, an early aggressive push, but Alien gets a 1-for-1 trade out of it. Milgaru is awfully deep. He's taking a lot of damage as well, but they haven't got any position out of this yet, WAE, but they can swing back soon. Trying to take control of White first. Kitsune Rush ready to go from Maka. Kivitz still needs 5%.
Yeah, 5% required at the moment. Sonjin. Oh, down he goes. And Kitsune Rush on the objective. Now you can just see head-to-head scrap. Becky traded out, so now it's a 4v4. Beats available for Lee Soo-min if they want to invest. He's about half HP at the moment. Spear into the wall, but he can't drop the beat in time. Down goes Aid. Simwall is up on the point as well before Aid has fallen. Rujay Hong with a big trade. No kills coming through for Old Ocean at the moment, but Heiser, Pulse Bomb, forced to use the Terror Surge just to stay alive. Milgaru takes no damage, but Old Ocean, they've maintained control of the point. Heiser still has to fortify. He's going to have another spin. Simwall is up now for Old Ocean, and WAE are just getting bullied right out of this one. That later beat for Lee Soo-min, the death of Aid, and now his swap over to Sojin has cost them oh so very much, because Old Ocean, they were just able to go ult for ult again and again.
Had control of the point the entire time as well, so it's suddenly last fight territory for WAE. They have the Annihilation advantage, so it's significant if they can get in a position to use it now, but they've got to walk up. They need nothing to go wrong. WAE were plagued in their earlier series today with early deaths before the fight really begins. Can't afford for any of that to happen here. Milgaru pushed off a point, speared away as well. Walking up, TP flip aggressively to try and get some pressure onto Aid. They found Maka actually out of it. Now the Annihilation comes out, but Milgaru, he's so low, and Old Ocean are just dealing with all of it free for Alien, and that's just for first round.
Oh, yeah, easy walkthrough right now for Old Ocean, and WAE just falling to bits right now. Talk about crumbling under the pressure. 100-0 to Jae-Hong Lucio, Sim to counter out Orisa, and they're still going down. Everything about WAE's matchup feels better for them right now, but they're just getting manhandled by Old Ocean. Hate to see it.
Yeah, this is really rough. If there was any sort of cope, maybe it was just a bad game, they'll be back, normal standard, anything like that. Just not convinced by that first round at all. Highs are getting through a lot of work on the Orisa as well. And all of a sudden, feels really scary for WAE. Going to be starting on the ball here as we move over onto Night Market as well. But actually, you know, Orisa, Sim, Cass, I think is a really fine matchup into the ball if Milgaru's 6s as we come out of spawn. Will be a TP from Sunjin as well. I think he's more liable to swap to the Tracer afterwards. We'll be doing that now as we'll see if Old Ocean, they're going to TP onto point initially. Milgaru's there a little bit, but he's booped and speared into it as well. Milgaru manages to get over the rooftop or through that window away from all the danger. But now they have set up on point Old Ocean, and it's on WAE to make the next move.
WAE, they do have an ideal situation comp-wise for them now, but Old Ocean
Squash.
bunk it up at the back, slam comes out, down goes Kibbies immediately. Flashbang will slow Alien. Perhaps that's what caused Sonjin to die there, but still there's an advantage for WAE. +1 at the moment. Maka playing slow, needs to avoid as much damage as he can. And you can see Old Ocean, they're actually going to kite it out, not even trying to clutch. Now WAE, pole position. 8 on the Freya can play very safe up in the skybox. Becky trying to kite out through the open, just goes down. And this is more like it. This is the WAE that we've come to know and, you know, some people have come to love. Can't say it's me, but, you know, some people are there.
You're not ready to say it yet, Max?
No, I'm not ready to say it. Maybe another 6 months.
Milgaru is going to go for an early slam in spawn now. Suzu comes out, preventing a lot of that damage, but it does mean they're out without that cooldown. More boops coming through, just getting harassed from all sides. Hinder onto Milgaru, gets nothing, but Sunjin dies to Jae-Hong. How on earth? TP towards point right now, they're eyeing up the boop, but they meet that one. Milgaru didn't quite have the boop ready in time to follow that one up, but they have found a kill onto Alien now. More rolling through, you can see Lee Soo-min looking for a boop on the side, and they are just deleting them as they try and come round here. Heiser's pushed forward and found a kill, but he's left his backline behind, so Milgaru knocks Jae-Hong off, and they'll get the cleanup kill onto Heiser as well.
Why are they all so dark? Come on, homosexual. Come on. Now WAE. Minefield available, bowler shot as well. The fact that they keep winning these fights without needing to invest is disastrous for Old Ocean. Jae-Hong's only 75% of the way to the B. Old Ocean are rotating the far side of the point right now while Becky plays up top, goes to the TP angle, gets slammed out, Suzu forced. Heiser's dropped, so he can't even take the TP. Beyond a meal of this, as Sonjin comes in and taps Becky in the back of the head. Lee Soo-min, the only Lucio in the world to go even with Rouge on B charge, will go down. Kitty's is taken out by the bowler shot though, and Aid gets it done. That's stolen valor for that joke. Nix wrote that in my chat like 2 minutes ago. Credit where it's due, Nix.
Now it's going to be one last attempt for Old Ocean to get through. Alien going on to the Sombra to help with this touch. They will have beat for it very soon as long as Jae-Hong gets his last 3%. But they have to run the gauntlet. They have to get past all the slams. They will go into a support ult disadvantage when they get there as well. Heiser is on the run. Stops to throw a javelin as someone else has got the touch. Heiser now onto point. Kitsune Rush comes through. Jae-Hong has the beat ready to go. Beat round the corner looking for some value here. Slam comes through. Lee Soo-min is 12% away. Terror Surge comes in. Hits the javelin afterwards as well. No kill converted from any of that though. It's Jae-Hong who goes down first. That's player advantage and beat advantage now in WAE's hands. The beat comes through from Lee Soo-min. Catches everyone except for Milgaru. They force the Sombra out. Sunjin tries to predict where the Sombra was. He was about a postcode or two out on that one. But WAE tie us up regardless.
We'll be tied up, and that's more like it for WAE. Now going over to Garden, another phenomenal map for the Wrecking Ball. Awkward map to play the Symmetra, to bunker up without going down to the Freya. So I think Old Ocean, maybe glimpses of greatness on Control Center where Milgaru had to play the Ram. But when Milgaru can play the ball, play to his strengths and his own comforts, it's a bit of a different story. The immediate protect ban, Winston ban to stop Heiser from playing some of his best, and also preventing the ball ban from Old Ocean. It's a good start for WAE, and they don't lose their nerve after an absolutely disastrous Control Center. But now they're just going to be able to play more of the same. You can see the adaptations from Old Ocean as well. Heiser over to the Diva.
Diva, Sim, Cass, Kiri, Lucio as well. TP to flip across early on for Old Ocean as we want to take control of this room. Big slam through or roll through as well. Gets hindered on the way out, but Milgaru's taking a lot of damage actually. He will have to regroup, get topped back up, and this gives Old Ocean a chance to take a bit of space on point. They found a pick onto Lee Soo-min as well, so loads of space. Aggressive TP to hunt down Aid as well. Alien will finish that one off, and all going Old Ocean's way. 2 picks. They'll get control of point. They'll kill Maka as well, and yeah, the swap paying dividends.
Yeah, nicely done there for Old Ocean. A bit of a scary look for WAE now because they have to deal... Oh, nice silver bullet there, mate. They have to be very careful now that Old Ocean actually have control. It's harder for Aid to work his way in when he doesn't already have position to float up on those rooftops. And Becky, I mean, he can just ping pong back and forth, mark both sides on the Symmetra. Sonjin trying to work his way in through the back. He's pressuring Kibby's a little bit, but fast push into spawn, and Lee Soo-min caught out again. Aid as well. Now they're going to take the TP back and hope... Oh, they might not be able to deny the flip.
No, don't give a flip, and now actually WAE can play to stall this one out. Garden, one of the maps he can come back quickest into. They get bodies on point. They're trying to clear this Tracer. Recall has been forced. Slam through from Milgaru as well. They want damage on that ball too. Not really meaningful damage though. They still get harassed. They actually have to TP defensively to stay alive, Old Ocean. It was a great fight for WAE in at the end.
Yeah, WAE, even though they gave up the cap, Old Ocean do have to bunker up off point now, and you can see Sonjin, he's in the wings, ready to flank. Bowler shot comes out. Becky will fall. Kitsune Rush, not a Suzy Q though to save poor little Becky. Milgaru's traded favorable for Old Ocean at the moment. They've got a tank on the point. Ping pong's taking place as Sonjin tries to get on. And Maka, he's so slow on this Kitsune Rush. B comes out for Jae-Hong now, trying to seal the deal. Pushes deep, finds absolutely no damage, no kill conversion. Silver bullet onto the Freya, not going to get it done. But Sonjin has fallen. Milgaru's back in the mix, but the cap finally goes Old Ocean's way.
back in control now. Had to use the beat for that one and the Kitsune Rush just before it, so Old Ocean are behind significantly in support ults. Luckily for them, Lee Soo-min is charging his beat comically slow, so they have a bit of a window still, actually, Old Ocean. They can use the Sim Wall to counter out one of these support ults, buy themselves a little bit of time. Milgari, you can see already, going for a slam. Top rope onto the Cassidy there. Alien under a lot of pressure. They don't use the ult just yet, though. Kitsune Rush now around from Maka, but he dies going for it. Symbol is out as well.
No way.
Alien can free shoot into his Kitsune Rush as well. There's no beat to keep going for now. Lee Soo-min is low, but Sunjin has found the trade. The Symbol is stabilizing them for now, but it's about to fade, and that's a chance for WAE to keep going. Mine's on the point now coming through. Aid's going to swing aggressively onto Heiser as well. He's still got a decent amount of health and has the self-destruct. Tries to turn onto Aid as well. It's Aid who has to give the space. Beat comes out now. Bomb is there. Bola onto the baby. Splash damage, but Suzu gets Heiser back in there. But the supports have died, though. Heiser can get more time off the point, but not actually all that much at the end. Immediately demeched, but WAE had to burn everything for that.
As pricey as can be right there for WAE. Only a pulse bomb remains. Jaehong nearly 2xing Lee Soo-min on B charge is not on my bingo card for today. But alien bedtime theory, you think so? Milgar hiding behind now. He's already going for a hit in spawn. Goes to the slam. Has the bubble on his E to keep him healthy. Transfers the overshield to his teammates too. Maka, Aid, all have that green health. Pulse bomb for Sonjin. Gobbled up by Heiser though, and you can see Old Ocean, they're doing a classic retake. We see this from Alcatsia all the time. TP Dojo, wait for next TP, get to point now. Now they're on the objective, the Kitsune rushes out, and it's hard for WAE to keep fighting the objective. They might actually have to give this one up.
Sonja dies. Yeah, they have to give it up, but they have no choice but to fight pretty soon. You can see Old Ocean are keen for late kills. They get Maka late as well, and can they hunt down Aid? They're going to leave him. They don't want to give the flip like they did in the previous fight they pushed into spawn. So Old Ocean going to take the fight here, but they've got beat advantage for it. They've got a high noon, the beats, things that can make this touch so difficult as Milgara gets the first one.
Milgari right now, he's just rolling on through, getting ready for the slam. In he goes. TP's out, so he won't be able to convert the kill. High Noon is out though, and Aid has to play very conservatively. He's only a bit less than half HP, so he can't keep peeking. Milgari takes a beating from that High Noon. Forces Suzu, but one more tap and they should be good for it. B push comes out. Aid is gone. He had bowler shot, can't convert. Alien hits the shot. It's not bedtime theory at all. Minefield on the point. Sonjin trades Kivis though. Now it's a 4v4. Milgari flashbanged on the point. Suzu goes wide. Milgizzi, he's escaped somehow, so it's a 4v4. Heiser loses suit. WAE might just be doing it here.
Unbelievable juggle on the point there. Shades of Anthony Gasso and all of that as WAE keep it alive despite the onslaught of ults from Old Ocean to try and clear it. And WAE have kept themselves alive in this first map. Maybe not even just alive. They actually have beat, Bola, and Pulse Bomb to throw into this next fight. So Old Ocean, they can TP to point, sure. But there is going to be an onslaught of ultimates once they do.
Yeah, right now, Aid just playing main, and it's so hard for Old Ocean. The ult bank is just way too large at this stage. Hit in spawn already, Milgara rolling through, Pulse comes out, everyone is TP pointed, Aid, the 4-man. Is that an environmental bowler? That had to be, right? Those aren't kills. That has to be some like insane, like sucked off somebody in the sky, not like that. No, I think it was like an environmental because of the grip.
You think?
I need to see, yeah, I need to see that.
I don't know if we got an... I presume they'll try and catch it in the replays.
Yeah, surely someone caught it in the replays, right?
They die so quickly. Hold on. I don't know, they are all low. We'll see if they catch it in the replays there. But oh my god, so...
Because it could have been like a Lee Soo-min boop into a bowler on someone and it pulled everyone off. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, I guess it's like it pulls everyone. I don't know. I feel like it's more likely everyone just got pulled together, took 1 billion damage. Like if Heiser wasn't there trying to eat the bowler, but he also wasn't eating any of the fucking damage that was coming at him.
They had the Widow grapple off the map from 5 different angles. Surely we can get a 5-edged bowler. Sure.
I mean,
Jaehong's beat was way too early. I mean, he's just beat pushing the second he gets it every time. Like, there's not a lot of nuance to what he's doing there, to be honest. Like, guy's just swinging for it. Come on, show us the bowler.
Animus is saying bodies are on the walkway, so I think maybe it was just damage. We're getting there, though. Eyes peeled for his bowlers. Peepers forward, everyone.
We're not going to get it, are we?
It'll be right at the... It's literally the last play in the map, you know? They're frantically hunting for that highlight now.
Yeah. Can we do more of like the NA coded highlights where it's just like somebody missing a shot and then we move on?
It's like AI generated highlights, you know, where it's like stuff is happening, but there's no actual correlation to what's happening, or no context.
It's like those old Shanghai Dragons videos where they were posting the rogue highlights that weren't highlights.
Wait, we got third person for Nat Bowler there. Surely we've got third person for the 4K Bowler. Alright, another bowler on the baby. My kingdom for a bowler. My kingdom for the bowler.
One more bowler shot, please.
A few more notes. Alright, Alien Dink.
One more fight.
Here we go, perfect. Yeah, it's just a billion damage.
That's insane from Milgaro. Like, the fact that Milgaro gets the initial hit, like, he's forward, he rolls through them, he forces the Suzu forward, and he manages to get back in time to hit the slam here as well. Like, that is actually insane. Like, let's go back and loop at this shit. Like, this is actually crazy. Milgaro right here, he's set up forward on the choke, he rolls through twice. Double boop through. Pulse forces the Suzu, he's rolling back, slam is out at the same time. Like, 2 loops here at the main choke. 1, 2. Rolling back through. Slam here.
I didn't even
Insane.
consider Milgaro would be back there in time, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking like it's impossible for him to be there, you know?
Yeah, like, he can't be in 2 places at once, can he?
Yeah, well, apparently he can.
Sibling synergy? Sibling synergy. If my brother is there, I will be there. Alright. But honestly, if I'm Old Ocean, I'm a bit sad I didn't win that one because of how close it was, but it seems really on, you know? Right, time for a chicken burger. Yeah, good shout, Wesley. That was for Winston Band too, right? So better for Heiser.
We're all done with this video, so save current project. Slop Gatto's review. Do you edit on your SSD?
Nottingham. Was that for me? Edit on my SSD?
Yeah, do you edit on your SSD? Why did you say Nottingham?
Someone asked where I was from.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I wasn't just saying. Do you edit on your SSD? Nottingham.
It's exactly how that played.
Yeah.
What
I just
tank
edit
better
on
in
my
Korea now? Everything, mate.
edit on my whatever you call it, C drive.
Your C drive isn't an SSD?
No, it's one of those. Is it an SSD? What are those thin ones?
That's an SSD.
Yeah, SSD as well. Okay, I thought it had another name. As in like the
solid state
strips.
drive.
M2. Thank you. So
That's
M2
still an
SSD.
SSD. That's just-
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the fast technology for SSDs or something.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a different. It had like a different name. But okay, then yeah. Yes, then is the answer.
Ah, nice. Forgotten the lay of the land, unfortunately. Don't know where I haven't been.
What is she doing?
Something happening in the crowd right now?
Oh, I mean, I know it's meant to be a punch in motion, but it's just like, it's very fist coded.
Pardon?
We're like, it's fist adjacent.
Fist-coded?
Yeah, we're really fist adjacent here.
Like dong fist, or what are we talking here?
It was a sign with a little cutout for her to put her hand through, and it was like a picture of like a punch. but she was just moving her hand back and forth, and it was a real fist in motion, you know. So I think I don't think it was intentional, but cathedrals and eyes and all that.
Huh. Oh, 17% damage or another projectile. This is hard. This one's purple, but projectiles are insane. Ignore offer? Yeah, good shout. Lifesteal crit chance.
All right, music time.
Music time? Oh, map time.
Map time. Did you say cathedrals are nice? No, cathedrals and eyes and all that.
Cathedrals and ice knob.
Cathedrals and eyes.
Knob.
You hungry?
A little bit.
Alright. New Queen Street. Ball banned from Old Ocean this time. Attempting to maybe force a Winston mirror. Heiser vote is idling the Diva for
Press it
now.
live.
Ooh, I'll press live as well, out of respect. Ooh. Scary number. 59.
8.
58. 57. 56.
Yeah, it just works,
55.
mate. Take it away.
Alright, it's going to be Kiri Wu Yang from WAE alongside that Winston. Although she's actually going to be playing a Sim Diva into this. I don't know if they were expecting something different on the rollout, but they will get the early space on this high ground for now. You can see Alien trying to charge up this rail, but not too much to farm off of that, and both teams just seem to be happy to slow it down, play opposite sides of the map. Obviously, with the Kiri Wu Yang, WAE will be quite happy to do this. Can rely on their backline to poke.
Yeah, right now Becky's just playing main top, but Aid and Sonjin have both just immediately gone down to their own respective one-shots. The Sombra Tracer look for WAE. I mean, it's consistently felt very underwhelming, to say the least. And this is just a horrifying turn of events. You see Becky there. He starts to get into a spot of bother, and he actually starts throwing out the turrets to try and block the damage coming at him from Maka. But end of the day, Maka's been horribly staggered. Old Ocean, they've got 30 meters, and there's just no chance for any sort of cart block. Aid's over to the Freya, at least, back to what we know. But so much cart push in the first minute for Old Ocean.
So I'm just going to get the first touch here, but he's trying to buy valuable time to get everyone back for that. But felt like for Winston's life has been very difficult. But it's an aggressive swing actually out from Alien. Aid finds a trade, but they're still pushing for more. Jae Hong going for it, takes a bolt in the face. He will be dead. Aid just winning all of that. Becky will eventually find the trade, but all of this has left Heiser completely isolated on cart. They went all in on that flank, but Aid finds the trades to keep them alive. Give it still there. And Milgaru, good for the cleanup with a bit of help from Lee. And WAE back in control of the robot.
Yeah, WAE steal the cart back. I mean, 48 meters, not too shabby for one fight. But you can see Alien, I mean, on Sojin about 50% of ult. Rouge holding 51% of the beat as well. Some slow cooked ultimates for the side of Old Ocean here, but they will come online eventually. Kitsune Rush probably going to be matched in main right now. Aid's hooning towards this boulder shot. Heiser, he can chomp that one down, just has to be careful. Out in main, poking away. Kivies has pre-fighted Sonjin again. Stop it, Sonjin. Rail connect onto Aid now, but he has to run all the way out. WAE are just going to take the reset on this one. Try and play behind.
That's a pain for him as well, because they had ult advantage coming up. They're going to lose Milgaru a little bit late as well. Doesn't look like any trades coming back to respond to that one either. So this is going to be a big threat. Oh, is Aid just dead here as well? Heiser's in big trouble. Needs to not get demeched. Doesn't get demeched. And these are really staggered deaths, and WAE are making an awful go of this, really. Sunjin's on the venture to get the first touch. Burrow's underneath. Kitsune Rush trade there. Milgaru is back in the fight now, but B is nearly up for Jaehong here. Heiser needs a lot of help, really. Simwall is out, but it's not stopping a lot of this damage. Beat comes out just in time to try and turn it. Tidal Blast onto Milgaru into a Primal as well. Big stomp underneath that one, and they do get the ults in the end to close it out. WAE. One kill already. Looking for a few more. They've got the DMEC on point. Milgaru good for that cleanup as well. And WAE send us back to middle.
Right back to the middle of the map. Once again, WAE, they've used a lot to, I suppose, you know, gain a couple of meters. Sonjin off the tracer over to the Venture. I mean, this is something that's a little bit more comfortable for him, I suppose. When we see some of the high points for WAE, it has come from Sonjin putting in the work on Venture. Becky is going to abandon the sim, actually, make the move over to the tracer. So, a bit more of an even matchup now between both teams. Alien has a huge long sight line, rips the overclock, misses his first shot, slides in for more. The kite looks good for the moment for WAE though. They have, at least for the beginning of this fight, kited this out. Lee Min taken very, very low as well. But yeah, that's a clean kite now. Engagement once again for WAE.
That's bubbled down for Milgaru as well. Aid trying to find an opportunity with this bowler. Can go through this window on the right hand side. But there's a tracer behind before he knows it. Aliens killed him with that rail as well. And just picks on the DPS before anything happens. In the neutral, really. And everyone's so low on WAE. I don't think any trades are coming for him as well. And they keep winning these fights just by winning those DPS duels before any of the ults come online. And Old Ocean, once again, threatening checkpoint. Old Ocean need to make this count, though, because they've got in a few good situations and they've not actually gained check or serious meterage out of it.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the first fight, essentially there hasn't been a whole lot added on to them. How the hell are there 2 reactions in a DM and I didn't read? How the hell? Yes, God. Alright, Becky throws out the pulse bomb. Old Ocean now, just taking it slow. Double DPS ultimate online for WAE. Support ultimates around the corner if they take it slow. Bowler shot comes out on the high ground, does not connect. Showed that train who was boss though. Bubbles exchanged in main, but Heiser has to backstep, does not have the primal rage. Sonjin wants to press the advantage, drops the tectonic shock. He's burrowing for more. Up onto the high ground, gets the drill, down goes Alien. Nicely done. Kivis throws in the Kitsune Rush though once more, wants to keep fighting. And now Sonjin is just going to flank around, see if he can get an engagement from up top. Aid falls down in the middle of everything, and Old Ocean have the lead. They keep pressing, they're threatening the check now.
They're trying to focus down Milgaru, but they have to worry about these threats. They're somewhat surrounded. Kitsune Rush comes from Lee Min to keep that fight going. Jaehong will die for it with the beat available as well. So what looked like a really winnable situation, since they don't get those ults off, they're just going to have to hold on to everything. And again, there's not a lot in it right now, as Old Ocean are going to reset. Primal and Beat coming back. Aid onto Sombra now.
Beat. Oh, the Aid Sombra. The dagger. Old Ocean. They still don't have check, and Aid's over to Sombra to make sure that Old Ocean can even up the scoreline 1-1 here. Beat push available for Ru Jaehong. We know that he loves to drop it. Jump on for Heiser. He has the primal. Beat will be dropped. Just straight away. Guy literally cannot hold on to that shit if he tries. Self-cast the title blast on to Maka. Keeps him going. Aid on the run. Incredibly low. Massive meat shot onto Sonjin as well, but everybody has survived this ultimate exchange. And now Milgaru, Heiser, they both have the primal rages.
Old Ocean's backline have had to kite quite far out of this for a little bit as well. So, Pulse Bomb on the land as well. Going to force for Primal Rage out. Heiser's going to get a slightly later one now. But it's Milgaru trying to find the juggle. The Reaper clears him so quickly, though. He's 100 HP. They find the kill on the way out. Heiser preserves his life. Nearly catches, just catch for Sombra as well. Trying to pocket him out of that one. But Aid won't make it out. And this is Old Ocean's opening now. A chance to get this checkpoint. A chance to force it forward. They're going to kill Sonjin behind late as well. And this is their opening.
Oh, they're getting packed up by Old Ocean now. They get pushed all the way. I think that it's going to be very difficult indeed to contest this checkpoint. Sonjin only just now respawned. Aid does not yet have EMP. I think the checkpoint's just going to go through. There it is. No jump, no attempt from WAE. Milgaru and Lee Min are both incredibly low though. Now there's a back jump from Milgaru, but he's so low. Needs to be oh so careful. That is going to charge up the Tidal Blast and the Kitsune Rush for WAE. Deep jump in for Milgaru and a Kitsune Rush to match, but Aid has to TP out at the same time. Tectonic Shock inside this Kitsune Rush. It is just a meat grinder, but no kills have been converted. Still, Aid solo EMP on Heiser. As he jumps, he will die on landing, but there's a lot of ultimates spent by WAE for what exactly? They didn't even contest the check.
Becky's found a trade actually with a Pulse Bomb as well, but they have got control of the robot during all of this WAE, so they're getting themselves in a good position as long as they avoid any trades. Alien's actually stalling it out for now. The Unburrow comes through. There's a Wraith available, and it's forcing a lot of peel back, and Old Ocean might get another fight out of this. This is back in the fight.
I mean, Rujay Hongi's got the beat, so, you know, count the seconds. He is about to
3,
drop it. He's going to
2, 1.
Didn't even get to the end of the countdown. Tidal Blast comes out of the Songjin, but he backstepped when he received it, so a huge misplay there means that he cannot connect the stun. A waste of yet another ultimate for Wei, and the close spawns just remain online. Songjin, unburrow. Hyde's taking an absolute beating, has to jump deeper to try and save himself. He may just have done it as well. Becky's found Maka. Lee Min will trade the Tracer, so 4v4. Alien's got a spin. He's in the wings right now, pushing towards Milgaru, who does not yet have the Primal Rage. Cart control has been lost as well, but Alien, he goes deep. He pops the spin, and Lee Min rips off his head.
Now Sunjun coming back, able to clean this one up as well, and there's not a single clean fight in this entire map so far. We're down to the final 90 seconds. Old Ocean have the lead by checkpoint and a little bit, but look at the ults for Wei. 4 on the board here, and powerful ultimates as well. Wei need to be efficient and clean with their ults here. They should be able to, they can trade 2 for 2 and then maybe keep, or at least keep one of these ultimates for the fight afterwards. They could be in a position to take the lead here, but they need nothing to go wrong.
Oh, Kitsune Rush is mirrored in main. You can see Becky trying to creep in towards the backline. Songjin, he's Ajaxed his Tectonic Shock. TP from Alien keeps him nice and healthy as well. Old Ocean, one-man advantage, pushing in. EMP from AD, he doesn't want to let it go. EMP's absolutely everyone from Old Ocean, but the pulse onto Milgaru doesn't even convert the kill. It's back and forth right now. I want to say 3v3, but I didn't go to counting school, I'm afraid. Nobody from Wei is pushing the payload at present. Sky jump for Milgaru. He does do some pretty significant damage to Kivis, but no kill. And Wei, they're down to their last life, essentially. 40 seconds on the clock, maybe 2 fights. Chase onto Milgaru. Heiser once more. Great pocket from the Wei backline, a backstep for Old Ocean, and now it really is closing in on last fight.
Beat for Jae Hong, Tidal Blast for Maka here. Wei have no choice but to commit to this one. There's not a lot to work with at all. You can see them looking for the opportunity. Beat comes out in response to that Tidal Blast. It was on Milgaru. Now they're pushing forward with a Beat, looking for kills. They've got eyes on this Reaper behind, but Aid's tucked in safely. They flip the map here a little bit, Wei. Awkward one for Old Ocean to deal with. They're trying to go back. They have a slight Kitsune Rush advantage, but they've lost Becky. Choice now for Old Ocean. Do they choose to invest? They still haven't given the checkpoint. They've actually stolen the robot. They're moving it away. Wei have to chase them down. Old Ocean are going to try and turn us into a kite, though.
I mean, Old Ocean, they are just going to go for this one here on the checkpoint. Surely, they're not going to concede check here, are they? They're surely going to jump on for it. They are just going to give it away. Wait, what? They gave the check and now they take the trade, so they don't even get the close spawns. Heiser's dead. I mean, that's a game-losing blunder right there. Heiser's dead, still fighting on the payload right now. Heiser's coming back on Doomfist. He gets the fast spawn. Pulse goes wide, does not convert the kill. Only 5 meters until the map is over, Xavier. Heiser's back into the mix. There's nothing online for Wei at the moment. Alien's 95% on the spin. Alien finds Lee Min. Heiser just needs one last tap. It's one tap to win. Alien's found Maka as well. TP's onto the payload, looking for a chance to spin. Milgaru, he's 99%. He gets the Primal Rage, but he's 2v5. Milgaru finds Kivis, jumps off the payload, and Old Ocean even up the scoreline.
Oh my God.
Got to talk about conceding the cap there. Like, when they went for the touch, if they fight before the checkpoint goes through,
it doesn't matter if Heiser
fights.
gets one shot. Yeah, like, it's actually still fine if Heiser gets one shot. I mean, it's not fine, but it's a manageable situation because then you come back with your own ult swing in the next fight.
You get the fast respawn and there's like the butt scratch animation.
Yeah,
we need a better name for that. We need a better name for it. But
just call it like your 8-second unlock or something. Checkpoint unlock.
That's rolls off the tongue.
Okay, well,
it's like we need something that isn't butt scratch, you know.
But yeah, I thought they'd blown it, so that's a huge win. I honestly, I don't know how Alien kills the backline there. Like, one at a time as well. Like, there was a gap.
He's just another breed, mate. Like, it's that simple.
I was looking at Alien and thinking, like, when I saw where Alien was in that fight as the checkpoint was going through, I was like, oh no, he's got the Blossom. He can't afford to die here, and he is behind like a fucking idiot. He's going to die late, and they're not going to get a chance to use Blossom before checkpoint. And then, he just kills the backline, so everything's fine. Alright, grabbing a drink, because it feels like we might have a series on our hands.
I don't see it.
Look at your hands, mate. Tell me what's on them.
Oh shit, there's a series here.
Oh, I'm telling you.
You called it. So many shoes, one for each hoof. Amazing. I'm lost on the map, unfortunately. I hate this item, it's so bad. That's our party. Another horseshoe. And a time stopper. Attack speed. Vampire survives in 3D. That's what people keep telling me. Can we get boobs? Yeah. Oh my god, there's a horseshoe down there. W shoes. Go evasion a little bit. Safety.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
As much as this feels like the expectations shifted after WAE's Game 1 performance, shouldn't forget that WAE should actually still be massive, came in massive favourites for this last chance qualifier.
Yeah, everyone was saying that it's WAE's tournament, you know, so... Oh, fuck.
Yes. Not feeling that way at all, and now OWCS have a map on the board. Was a nervy end to that New Queen Street, but... Getting over the line.
I'm the only person that's nervy right now, Xavier.
I'm not what? You're not the only person?
It's nervy, yeah.
Oh.
I missed a projectile count item there.
Alright, Sim
Race
ban
tournament to lose.
WAE. OWCS used the ball ban already. Honestly, could target backline. It's a rare situation where OWCS want to force for Lucio, and it wouldn't feel bad. And they're going to ban Lucio. Not quite enough faith in the old man. Old man in this situation, born a month before me.
Huh. Ancient.
Yeah, no, I agree, Westy. As much as it probably is, it used to be a lose con for OWCS if they had Jaehong forced on the Lucio. It actually feels really okay in this match.
Move speed or crit chance.
Speed.
Thank you. Speed invest. Life steal. Horseshoe.
Oh, it's happening.
Same time.
Game time.
Looking into this. Target emoji.
Rebasa.
HP maxing.
Wait, just don't take the mirror. Don't hate it. It's not like this is a, you know, a bad looking comp. The heroes at Old Ocean are playing for themselves, but obviously this, in theory, is WAE's bread and butter. But they have actually struggled to butter their own bread a lot today.
Yeah, I mean, they've been having a real hard time with anything to do with bread or butter. I mean, wouldn't even begin to dream of them doing anything around fish today because it's just looking brutal for them. You
Don't
can see.
ask him to make you a sandwich.
Yeah, no. WCS streamer? Yeah, of course. Of course, homosexual. You know, we distribute the stream content very well. Milgar creeping around the side, getting his early setup. He's found the enemy tracer, goes for a little combo with his own tracer, but will not get hammed up. He's looking for an angle to actually engage, and here he goes now, trying to find a backliner. Rolls up onto the high ground, hits the slam onto Alien, and damage connects from Maka, but still, Alien lives to tell the tale. Miracle.
Heiser now on the backline here with Becky as well, looking for something in response to that. Shields will come out, transferred a bit over to Becky too. They will be forced back, but Old Ocean got the first flip out of this. Another slam from Milgaru, looking for that Freya again, but Alien gets away again. That's going to be Old Ocean hanging on now. It's Becky and Heiser's turn to look for something. Suzu out onto that slam. Stuck on the low ground for now, looking for more. And Alien's found Sunjin across the map now. Takes care of that one. And now it's really difficult. He can take this Freya duel. Full pocket coming through. 8's down to half HP. Becky and Heiser looking for the follow-up. No kills just yet. And they are getting back into the fight now. Sunjin should be there again soon.
Old Ocean seriously going to knock out WAE in the LCQ. Like, this is
just mirroring the comp as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like so disastrous. Slam into the back line for Milgaru. Suzu's perfect to save Rouge Hong. He gets the Guardian wave off as well. Pulse goes completely wide for Becky, feeling the pressure, but can happen. Bowler shot comes out, connects onto Maka, cross map. Alien just so good for it. Heiser's found Lee Soo-min as well. There's no healing for the side of WAE, and they just have to completely back off. Sonjin drops a pulse bomb, kills Kivis, but wait, he's found Rouge Hong as well with the help of Milgaru.
It's just Milgaru.
Is this a 1v1? It's a 1v2.
No, he has a tracer with it as well. He's not. Is he going to go for it? No. Not going for it, so they just concede the first point here, and we're going to move over towards point E for this next one. Kitsune Rush, Tidal Blast, everything coming up for everyone, basically. A bowler advantage if Aid can find a connection with that. But really, going to come down to the ult trade here on point and the Tidal Blast value as well. It feels like we've seen pretty low Tidal Blast value in all our games today. Becky and Sunjin going to be the likely recipients of both of those.
Right now, Alien just playing main. Doesn't want to go too wide, doesn't want to get isolated. You can see rolling on through his Milgaru, but he gets bolted right out the sky, loses half of his health bar before he can even hit the ground. Tidal Blast comes out, going for the backline, but the Suzu is perfect from Lee Soo-min. As 2 Tidal Blasts, 2 ships in the night, and no kills converted. But Kivis has found Sonjin again. Sonjin is having a horrific day at the office. Ada's gone down as well. Kitsune Rushes were mirrored here, so that's just a free flip for Old Ocean. Kills in the neutral. And ultimate investment from WAE to boot. Mac is straight lining.
Yeah.
Game's gone.
Game is gone. Strong start for Old Ocean. Ult economy looking really reasonable as well. Mines versus mines can just be used to equalize outness. You know, one mines to counter out the other. Both balls wise to maybe save their slams to counter out some of the other team's mines. But it's Old Ocean who have control of a point. They're taking this side fight as well. Recall has been forced out here from both Tracers now, actually burning them. Looking for the chase now onto Becky. Slam from Milgaru won't connect, but a bolt onto Alien puts him in big trouble. The pocket coming through, he avoids it. Mines onto the back line now. Mines will be still in play for Milgaro if he wants him. He can use these ones to force point now as well. We'll drop him onto it now. They need for touch. Bowler onto Milgaro as he comes through his battle. He's going to die for it as well, but Bowler's good from Alien. And now without their tank, the Minefield gives him space on point, but Old Ocean can just take their time. Tap that point. A pulse bomb trade vote from Sunjun. They're still in this one. Mac is going to get on point trying to force the objective. He's triggered the overtime. Sunjun can take over the touch now. Aid looking to swing left-hand side. He's forced Kivis back. There's still a ball in the backline taking Maka for a bit of a ride. Aid's in big trouble. Needs for pocket. Suzu out now. Becky gets taken down, and Sunjun manages to sweep up the trouble. No touch actually from Heiser, and Old Ocean have to regroup.
Old Ocean are just going to have to back off from this one. Slam the choke. Not going to convert to anything. And now Sonjun trying to hold the side. Trying to find Heiser, who is rolling around behind. Getting his angle to engage once again. Kimmy's creeping up through the left-hand side at the moment. And you can see Becky's right there with him. So they're going to try and 2v1 this side. Lee Suman is currently left holding it solo, which means he's going to have to back right off. And wait, they're getting boxed in towards the point a little bit. They're not held strong out in the open. Instead, Milgaro comes rolling through, booping away Alien. But the counter slam from Heiser has absolutely decked poor little Milgaro. Kimmy's has found Sonjun again. It's nonsense how often this is happening.
Yeah, just finding this pick time and time again. WAE having to go on the back foot. Tidal Blast comes out. They've got the Kitsune Rush as well. Milgaru can't quite find anything with that. But Kivas has died. Counter Tidal Blast coming through from Heiser looking for the stun. Doesn't find all that much. Decent roll damage, but he's too low to follow up. Becky has found one now. Sunjun's still trying to just mark that Tracer in the back. They have got the flip now, and they hold on WAE.
Incredible that WAE are able to flip that one back after losing Sonjun so early on in the piece. Old Ocean, they've got great ultimates for a retake, but they're so strained by way of time. You can see there's so little time, and already a slam comes out into Kivis in main. Bolt as well. Suzu's gone. TP surely soon to follow as Milgaru's trying to pressure poor little Kivis out of this one. Doesn't actually get it done though. Has to tuck tail and run back to the point. You can see all of WAE boxed up on the point yet again. Very passive positions, not going for that outside hit. Ball for ball action on the coast. Aid incredibly low, but gets the pocket from his supports. Minefield on the point for Heiser, but Milgaro can match. He can potentially counter slam those. There they are, the counter slam on the point, the counter Minefield as well. Heiser is the one who's actually got his body on the objective though. Becky's sweeping mines in the corner, but he's on the run. It's just like both teams surrounding each other on the point, constantly trading places for no kills whatsoever. Heiser's a little bit low, but Kivis has found Sonjun for the 15 millionth time. Aid will be followed up on by Heiser, and Old Ocean, they take the lead 2-0. Are we? Is it time to put Sonjun in the ball? Are we getting there?
Oh my god, yeah. I think there's space. There's an opening as well, maybe, because this has been... I mean, you got to give Kivis some credit.
Somebody just cleared out Redx's ashes, and now there's actually...
Because you got to give Kivis some credit for hitting the shots as well, but it's happening at an alarming level of frequency here, and WAE, they're on the ropes. They need to win every point from here. They've managed to clear Heiser off the point initially, and Milgaro can have a look for the backline, maybe even fight off point here. Sunjun this time on the right side of that opening pick, finds Alien before anything happens. Milgaro knows he doesn't have to commit too hard to this. The opening pick should be enough for that first flip.
First flip does seem to be going their way. Aid playing up in main, poking through, but Heiser rolls on through, gets himself an overshield. He might transfer that over to a backliner. Becky's actually fed this one away. Not sure what this bowler shot's all about, in all honesty. Felt like they're really advantaged. You can see when Sonjun makes plays like that, why he's dying repeatedly to Kivis, as he goes and just greeds for the final blow head-to-head with the Kiri for 2 shots worth of time. Old Ocean, on their retake, they are closing on 5 ultimates. WAE, they want to play the open space where Aid can escape up to a high ground above the point. But first and foremost, playing main, and Aid is just going to go all in, invests his cooldowns, takes down Jaehong. Does not escape though. He over-invested for that push, and now it's just a 4v4.
Pulse bomb in the corner from Becky to buy himself a bit of space and time. Does manage to survive that. Tidal Blast out onto himself there, Maka, just to keep himself alive. Pulse bomb is a miss from Sunjun. Heiser gets still half HP, but gets through that one for free. Becky gets taken down in the back as well, and all of a sudden it's WAE's backline who are finding more picks onto this Tracer. They're still dealing with the ball as the Kitsune Rush trade comes out, but Sunjun, lots, he goes in. Alien finds the trade though. WAE though, very close to just capping the objective here. Old Ocean have one last fight with his mines.
Minefield on the point. Counter minefield for
Milgaru's
Milgaru. It doesn't clear everything, but it does a good job. Kivi's up top, poked very, very low. Alien trying to sweep mines as he steps up on the point. Just min-maxing his uptime as much as he possibly can. Lee Min forced to TP as a result of the bolts from Alien Aid. Dangerously low in main, being poked down. Sonjin dead again? No way! It can't keep happening. Down he goes. 5v4 again for Old Ocean as they swing forward on the objective. Becky takes down Lee Min. It's a 5v3 now. And, oh man, Old Ocean have the cap.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Old Ocean back in control, fighting to close this map out in a 3-0 if they get in this next series of fights right. Tidal Blast is the next major ultimate up foe, and that will be on the side of WAE. Maka with a chance to throw that one onto Sunjin. You can see Kivi's foe threatening to fight the flank here as well, looking for that one blink onto Sunjin. They actually find the one shot, but Suzu's not in time. This time Sunjin comes out on top of that one, and a huge opening just when WAE need it. They're on the backline as well, and they might just do this for free.
I mean, ideal situation, right? Your back is to the wall. You secure yourself a free retake, Sonjin. Don't do it. Don't find a way to die. He's chasing out Becky now. Becky needs to get one more tap. Not sure that he can do it. I don't think anyone can. Oh, no, there's Heiser doing it. And bowler shot from Alien as well, actually. They are trying to clutch this one. It's a 5v5 at this point. Tidal Blast has been invested. No stun either. So Old Ocean, low-key, very possible. Look at their support ult situation right now. 96 on the Casino Rush. Jaehong goes down to the pulse bomb from Sonjin. Game-winning pulse from Sonjin there. Finally, some life from the young man. But still, Old Ocean want it. They Casino Rush the point. They've got their whole team on the objective as well. If they steal the flip, could be disastrous. Second kill comes through, but it's a C9 from Old Ocean. And WAE are going to take it.
Yeah, Sunjin, it's a real feast or famine type performance right now. He's playing so aggressively for some of these fights onto the backline. It's why he's getting traded in a lot of these ones, but this time it pays off. Crucial pulse bomb keeps WAE alive in the map. Obviously a very pivotal map in the series here, tied up 1-1. We'll move over to point B. Minefield versus Minefield, but Jaehong with a Tidal Blast advantage. So expecting it very much to go Becky's way, as much as Heiser's taken a couple of them in the past. There's Milgaru with the early setup though. Eyes on the backline. Suzu attempted to be forced, does come out. Jaehong actually dies to that. It's Lee Min. Yeah, the Tidal Blast was attempted to be casted there as well. And this, despite Becky's Pulse Bomb trade, should still be WAE taking the first point.
It's so tough for Old Ocean, losing the Tidal Blast when they lose poor little Jaehong as well. Very painful. Now they come back, they've only got the minefield, a little bit of a bowler shot down the line, but WAE, I mean, just a pretty clean advantage ult-wise. Old Ocean spent so much trying to clutch on the previous point, and then they lose Jaehong's ult for absolutely nothing there. Now, the retake really going to be awkward. First tempo minefield from Heiser has been consistently counter-slammed by Milgaru. Boulder shot comes out. Heiser is caught up inside, gets the slam. Sonjin's found Kivi's. Heiser is so low, but he actually has escaped with his life. An Alien? He's taken Sonjin and Maka both for a ride. Now Milgaru has to use the minefield just to try and buy a bit of time, buy a life. Alien over on the coast. Milgaru wants to mark him. He hits the boot, but Alien still has dashes to keep himself in the air. Now it's Milgaru who's falling over. Becky takes down 8 as well. And WAE, they've lost control, despite their ult advantage.
Couldn't convert it at all. In general, so far with the opening minefields, it feels like Milgaru's actually got the better of the minefields more often, has had
nice
that. Sunjin has just smoked Becky on the flank though. Old Ocean come and respond here, but it's only the body of Becky they will find on this flank. Now Sunjin and Maka can keep pushing this side. Clear out the point. Already more pressure onto Alien. Full pocket coming through. Pulse bomb attempt for Sunjin as well. Throws it in, but it's a little bit short. Has to recall out of that one. They drop Kitsune Rush on the point as well. Maybe a bit over the top, but it does confirm the flip for WAE, and it's Old Ocean who have no choice but to go.
It's a go-go Cold Ocean situation, I'm afraid. Becky needs the tap. He's trying to take the side as best he can. Heiser right now, rolling on through, pops the overshield. Tidal Blast comes out onto Becky. Becky gets nothing done with it, unfortunately. Pulse Bomb goes wide as well. Alien has fallen. One-man advantage for WAE. Make that 2 as Maka will take down Heiser. And it's a classic all marbles situation as we go through to the 5th point of Suravasa.
It was a 2-round lead for Old Ocean, but it's right in the balance now. Looking for a late kill here onto the Tracer, but enough blinks to get out of it. Becky will reset and we'll move over to point D to finish as Suravasa. Tidal Blast advantage for Maka, Kitsune Rush for Kiviz. Obviously, most of the time the Kitsune Rushes will just be used to force the point in these scenarios. Milgaru looking for that early slam, but doesn't really connect any meaningful damage. onto Alien, which means Old Ocean, despite not having the position, they maybe have a timing to take a little bit of space here. They really want to get their backline closer to point so they can drop that Kitsune rush on it, and then even the minefield over the top if they need it. But WAE, all about the value they can find with this Tidal Blast. It's on Milgaru.
Yeah, Tidal Blast gets nothing from the looks of it. Bowler shot, maybe not connecting either. And WAE have stolen the first flip as well. Kivi's now invests a Kitsune rush, but already the flip has been giving away relatively free of charge. Counter slam from Heiser will clear the mines on the objective. Heiser nearly has his own minefield in tow. Aid is so low, he's actually going to go down. So it's really winnable now for Old Ocean. They're all over the point. Slam out for Milgaru. No trade onto Alien. The overhealth transfer from Heiser perfectly timed. Double tap from Lee Soo-min finds a kill. He drops the Kitsune rush though. Old Ocean, they need to invest. Maka and Becky trade 1-for-1. Heiser's been nursing this minefield for so long, but he can't use it. He tries to spawn kill Aid, but he might go down for it. And this could be the map.
Could be the map. All of a sudden, WAE in the driving seat. Heiser has the minefield, but they're going to have to... It's still 40-odd%, but they're going to have to rush for touch a little bit here because they need to keep it alive. Jaehong's going to have the Tidal Blast quicker than Maka as well as Jaehong tries to poke himself in. Attack on the back line here. Pocket is good enough to keep Jaehong through for that. Now, outside the slam timing, a chance for Old Ocean to walk a little bit, get their backline into a better position. 13% still until they need the touch as they walk up. And there's a Tracer behind them. Maka swinging at angle as well. Milgaru on the backline as Heiser drops the minefield on point. So I'm just going to come try and tap that for a little bit. We'll get booped away. Rolling back. Alien has died during all of this as well. Heiser is off point, actually. It's going to be Becky who has to touch. Burns the recall for it. Back on now. Jaehong has the Tidal Blast. Throws it out onto Heiser, but he is in big trouble. Looking for the stand behind. TP away. No stun coming through. Can get one more touch, but it's for Bowler. Becky finds one, dies for it. Heiser's going to die shortly afterwards. There's a minefield blocking for supports to the point, and it's going to be Sunjin with a 4K to finish it.
Unreal recovery from WAE there. Yeah, Sunjin is so back. He just needed to give away half of the map. A feast or famine player. Is this Chris theory? Homosexual? Solved Ocean are done. They're not solved. Don't say that.
You know, they say the ocean is coldest before the dawn.
Everybody says that. You're in charge.
All right. Yes, is the ammo perk making the difference? I don't know. If I don't know. I mean, obviously, fair play to Sunjin. Perk merchant. I don't know. Yeah, fair play to Sunjin. It's like hard to come back. Because I think the tendency is, if you die in a lot of those situations that Sunjin died in, this type of series, this type of map, the tendency will actually be to chill it a bit, to pump the brakes. But he played the same way. I think that's an important mindset to have. And yeah, came into his own those last few points and gives WAE a crucial lead in the series. But I think, are we in, is it a tennis type situation? I think we might be in tennis at the moment. Fuck, Kim is just good for it. Kill Bedtime Theory. Of all the theories, Bedtime Theory is the truest. I got work in 5 hours and I ain't slept? Shit. I don't know, it does have 5 mapper written all over it. Bedtime Theory is, the closer you get to bedtime, the longer the Overwatch will go on. The Overwatch will never let you go to bed. That's just not true, is it? It is true, honestly. As someone who, as someone who streams all the regions, you won't believe the number of times NA will refuse to let me go to bed. I remember those Extinction Map 5s. Versus, was it Nightmare? Fuck. Come on, Extinction. Just to lose both of them as well. Fuck's sake, Extinction. If you're gonna keep me up, at least cause me upset, you know? Sorry, I just read your message, San. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I was really cold, not cold ocean, but really cold on WAE, what they called AGG going into Esports World Cup as well. I think they're just, I think they're not that good a team. Like, good individuals. But I don't agree with a lot of their map picks, a lot of their bans. Almost feels a bit rough. I think they're actually just not that good. Ooh. What's left? Escort now? Escort hybrid? Are you saying that their players need a better team around them? Yeah, all the players need better players around them. They dropped off so much without Gultak. Yeah, I don't know. Did they even... Were they ever that good? Like, how closely does the WAE situation just mirror the Yeti situation? It's not as egregious as the Yeti one, I don't think. I think we've seen more, like, WAE have had shown more signs of life. But is it actually that much more? Yeah, I know. I don't think WAE is a salaried team. I don't think it's a real org. I think it's just as when we put their logo on OWTV, we had to fix their fucking logo because it was like so badly cut out. So I'm not convinced it's a real business. Convinced it's just, you know, just a name. They stopped getting paid and became shit. I mean, but this is what I'm thinking. Were they ever actually that good, or did they just have? They had like a couple of good results. Like, where did WAE finish in stage 1? Anyone remember? It was WAE 1 map 3 Power Puika. It was close though, real close. Yes, that's right. That's right, Kobe. Bird, stage 1 Korea. Is that just... Was stage 1 where we did the Asia playoffs? Was it 3rd Korea regional or 3rd Asia playoffs?
Huh.
Third in the regional playoffs, 4th in Asia playoffs. Yeah.
What's this?
They're talking about, like, how severe WAE's fall-off is, or if they just... Were they ever actually that good?
They had some decent-ish results, right?
Yeah, like, I think the comparison I used was Yeti, but I think Yeti is too harsh, because Yeti was, like, one weekend wonders. But I'm also starting to think that, in reality, I feel a bit. They're still they're losing by significant margins against these big teams more often than they're causing the upsets. So I wonder if there's just an element of like, you remember the good times, and you just
And then you kind of push away the bad times.
yeah, you quietly erase when they just get like 3-0 or just don't turn up at all, and you end up with maybe a slightly warped perception of WAE.
Yeah, I mean, when Freya released, they had like a real good run, you know? I don't think that they were very good prior to the Freya release, but I think that like the Freya release really rocketed them to like a completely different standard to what they looked like in stage 1. I remember we scrimmed them in stage 1, they didn't seem that special at all, but they had like their moments, you know? Like Who Are You was doing like crazy
Like
stuff
good
when Genji was
players,
viable. Yeah, like so they had like one stage where Who Are You was like going crazy, and then one stage where Abe was going crazy. Now they've got no X Factor anymore. Instant TP onto the point, Milgara immediately catches that rotation. Alien is just going to get killed by slams and boops. Now there's a TP force to Kibby's into the room, but poor little Heiser, he's alone in this world, he's stuck outside, he's getting backshotted. Kibby's will go down just to the side angle, there's too much poke for WAE, and that will be the first fight very cleanly going the way of, I'm not even saying their team name.
It can happen. And that's going to be a lot of ult charge for Milgaru, not too much ult charge for really anyone on the side of Old Ocean, who look like they might be changing their approach slightly here. Heiser, Becky, it's just going to be a Bull, Mirror, Kiri, Lucio backline for Old Ocean. And all of this, so they swap in that as well. We know Jaehong onto the Wu Yang, so just a full Mirror for this. Obviously, it was close on Suravasa, and now they're going to try and take this one going through. Heiser already setting up behind.
And Milgara trying to set up, but you know, looks to be a little bit drunk. Unfortunately, Kivis tries to set up behind with Heiser and gets immediately called out for his trouble. TPs to the flank and goes down for it. Alien trying to take space in main. He still has to deal with Milgara. Quick little point tap for Becky, but Old Ocean, they have not found any semblance of an opening here, and it's just looking very comfortable for WAE at the moment. A staggered death to Becky.
Great start for WAE in all of this, just when they need it as well. Remember, loser is eliminated from OWCS Korea. Winner goes through to the regional playoffs. That start tomorrow.
Good ball on ball.
Ball on ball, rooftop battles. Swinging around, and actually Heiser's going to give up on that one, get himself over towards point, take some backline attention. Looks like Milgaru's interested in just following him around a little bit now and force Heiser back to the choke with his team. Support ult advantage there, and Sunjin has smoked Becky as well. Sunjin coming alive after a strong finish to Suravasa, and all of a sudden, another reset for Old Ocean. Time is bleeding away.
I'm ticking away, and I mean, just look at the odd situation. 5 online for WAE. Maka goes down without using anything, but Aid trades Kivis immediately. Kivis was the only man with an ultimate to speak of. Alien in the skybox finds a second trade, but still, somehow, Old Ocean have found 2. Like, it's just nonsense, really. They got bodies on the point now. 5 ult advantage, not making a difference for WAE. Sonjin goes for a turn before the recontest is on, and will go down for it. Slam for slam on the objective. Rujehong's under a lot of pressure, but the Suzu saves him. He gets to preserve the blast. Bowler shot comes out from Aid, doesn't convert a kill. Lee Soo-min TP's off. Bowler in response onto Aid, also doesn't convert. Self-cast of a title from Maka as he's running down Alien. Alien's caught up indoors. A counter self-cast from Jaehong. The old man still got it. He starts sniping Aid out the sky as well, and that will convert the kill. Slam from Heiser on the point, catches Milgizzy. He's going to go down. An Old Ocean, they've clutched it. Sonjin mind-controlled.
Yeah, Becky is the last person standing as Lee Soo-min comes onto that. They probably would have got it with respawn advantage anywhere, Old Ocean, but really made to work for that. Going to be a slightly different approach, I think, as we move on to the second point. Much more verticality, much wider, much bigger map. So now, all of a sudden, a lot more room for the balls to play in terms of getting behind. You can see Becky's actually keen to take that top left flank already. Kivers moving to get in that position as well, but that might leave Jaehong a little bit isolated in main, but Milgaru actually backing it up, wants to go mark underneath instead. We've seen Milgaru make this decision multiple times when they're in control, just to play to mark the flankers from Old Ocean rather than go for his own slams, but it doesn't matter. They found 2 kills anyway. At least Maka trades it, though. 3v3, but Payload's still moving forward. Alien stuck in.
Yeah, Heiser can't clutch this one out. Aid up top, doing so much work. Maka doing all the damage in the world on the Wu Yang as well. For the briefest of times, there were shades of Ultraviolet in the gameplay. Heiser rolling around on the cart, making sure that WAE have to come and touch. But Milgara's found Kivis again. God only knows how he's managed this one. Lee Soo-min from the side rips off Becky's head as well. Rujehong slammed all the way in spawn. Guardian Wave not going to save him this time around. The bolts are connecting from Aid. No way.
Can't finish the kill. Had to reload. Rolls into the pillar, then had to reload. So Adel, Alien will avoid that one. Swaps onto the Sombra as well. Typically, even though the Sombra seems to make a lot of sense on paper, it's not felt like it's really translated into a much of many successful results today. Jaehong's going to poke out the ball as they rotate through underneath. Coming through, Bowler has been thrown out there. Becky is waiting for him as he lands back on the ground. Though Pulse Bomb is there, lobs it. Optimistic attempt, but doesn't connect from Becky. Now Heiser looking for the follow-up as well. Low HP, Bowler is good, Guardian Wave is good, and Aid is back to full HP. Heiser's going to keep looking for the harassment here. Doesn't give a boop off onto the high ground bow, so they still have control, and Aid's found that pick onto Kivers as well. This time Sunjin shuts him down, and as we get onto this bigger, wider map, where all of a sudden these Tracer Kirikos are forced to play a little bit more independently, it feels like Sunjin and Lee Soo-min are really just taking over and winning that side of the fight.
Very inquisitive, Miyui. Like, I don't know, I don't care about SF Shock. Fuck those guys. Alright, Minefield available for Heiser. So many ults available for Wei. Flank for Milgaru already. He's in the backline. Guardian Wave's already out for Rujahong, so he's going to be vulnerable. Heiser up top, chasing Maka to the ends of the earth. Rujahong, he's self-casted the Tidal Blast. He's getting pocket on the cart. But Slam comes out. Kivi's in trouble, has to TP on. He's inside a minefield. No, Kivi's no! Heiser finds the first kill into Sonju, though. Set your watch to it. And Old Ocean actually have a 2-man advantage.
Aid with a late trade onto Alien, but the payload will keep rolling. Looking for a late kill if they can. Becky keen to chase this ball down, but Megara's surely got too much health. A bit of a body block going, making his life hard, but he's too fast. He will get all the way behind. Now Alien can take this EMP. Looks to set up forward here. 20 seconds left on the clock as they are going to throw out the Bowler there, looking for something, but Aid doesn't find it. Kivitz with a 1-for-1 trade onto Jaehong here. Aid is so low. Heiser finds that kill. Now they can start pushing it forward. You can see Wei, they're going to concede. They're going to play for a late recontest, but Jaehong is not going to be here for the start of the fight.
Jaehong's late to the party. Alien needs to clutch up with this EMP. It connects onto backliners, but does not find the kill. He's the victim of the EMP somehow. And now Old Ocean, no leg to stand on at all. Kivi's TP's out. Support's trying to double pocket one another, but there's just no staying power on the objective. Already a 3v5. No hope for Old Ocean. This is where the card stops moving, and a second point.
Just one more touch for old Becky after the recall. Actually going to save KD, blink into spawn with that one. So right at the end of second. So it's slightly better right than it maybe could have been. First point was a big struggle for them, but have to say, feels like everything's starting to click together for Wei, and they're set to sort their spot in regional playoffs.
Not a trans pigeon. Meat, maybe pigeon. I think we've had these conversations before, but we do need to connect these two dots if possible. This just says what? Actually, crazy how many legacies and careers Junkbuck is responsible for building. Yeah, I mean, I think Junkbuck might be the one. Might be the one.
Hot take.
To be honest, it's piping hot. But, seems like the common factor throughout it all. 9K is not doing too bad either, but you know,
Good night.
9K
Honestly,
also
like,
got something wrong with personality management, because like, where is Stalker?
Nah, you know what?
Where is Stalker?
You know what 9K is? 9K is a slingshot merchant. Think of all of these teams that take a massive dip and everyone starts to write off, just for them to come back when it matters most.
Guy sells catapults, like that's what he's doing.
Where do you think Chris learnt slingshot theory from? Come on.
He did work with 9K, didn't he?
Exactly. You think he invented that, or do you think it's just a repackaged teaching from 9K?
Maybe a stupid question, but if Korea Road to Finals has 6 spots, don't all teams that make playoffs automatically qualify? Do the playoffs even mean anything at that point? I think they're meaningless. It's literally just prize money and seeding, right?
Well, it's seeding, but the gap in seeding between the top 3 and 4th, 5th, and 6th is actually quite significant in terms of the advantage you get in the bracket. So it's
What's that?
because there's a play-ins. If you're in the bottom 3, you go into a single elimination play-ins and have to play life or death games. If you are in the playoffs, you go to the double elim period straight away, so you've got like a second life to begin with.
Thank you. Alright, Rujahong has taken Sonjin. Again, poor little Sonjin down. Not out yet. They've still got a map to, you know, potentially give away here. But just a little bit of backline pressure for Wei right now. Heiser has Aid boxed up on the high ground, TP up top, but Heiser's actually missed his grapple, and Could be an opportunity here for Wei to clutch out as a result. Heiser so late to the punch. There's so
Becky's
much
done
damage
so
going
much.
around inside though, and yeah, Becky's just done it. Heiser rolls through to finish the job. Jaehong will fall, but Sonjin's probably going to get staggered even worse because of this.
Yeah, just a few problems with the grapple, but once Becky had that angle, just every right click was connecting in that room, and I mean, chat have been saying this is why they call him Full Hold Ocean. Looking good, and now actually Milgaru harassing them in spawn now as well, and there's a TP to help Jaehong out, but he's body blocking the TP. Jaehong gets through there eventually, and Old Ocean do manage to regroup on this point.
Old Ocean. They get the regroup. That would explain why he's not a top Korean team. I mean, he coached Falcons last year, and then Falcons like wanted a change of staff or something. Like the players want a different staff, so Jump Rock and Krusty both left, even though they won the World Finals. I don't know. Those players seem like unbearable drama queens, to be honest. Every single year, you just hear more and more about how they're all toxic and all unstable. And where's Stalker? You know, like it just keeps happening. Jaehong takes down 8. Where is Stalker? Literally missing in action. Sticky though. Now we can see. 2 minutes already bled off the clock
Yeah,
away
this
here.
is a pretty good start.
Looking remarkably winnable all of a sudden for Old Ocean. Same clash of the balls up top as they both grapple and tap away at each other.
I could watch more of
Sonjin's
that, you know.
Sonjin snuck in on the side. He's been marked out by a sim turret though, so a little bit difficult. Roll on through to the objective. Heiser, regroup, transferring his overhealth over to Becky and Ru Jaehong. Oh, massive bowler shot indoors, but Alien is the one
Alien
to go down
dies.
for that one. Suzu might counter that one out. Kivvies finds Sonjin again.
So good in these duels, little bit of Minesweeper as well, hunting down for another head to look, but it's a Bola over the top actually here. Takes down Jaehong, Tidal Blast
Jax.
just go. Does it Jax? Oh, maybe it did, it was
It's
a transfer of
Jax.
shields. Now all of a sudden it falls apart for Old Ocean. They have the minefield if they really want to fight this. Heiser says yes, really wants to fight this. Difficult one for him as well. Tidal Blast comes out onto A to counter that out, ensure no one gets traded as a result.
They can recontest.
Yeah, with the ball, they can actually go for it again. They've got a bit of a HP
all back.
disadvantage here. All of them about to flood through. No ults except for Sunjin's Pulse Bomb, and Alien's looking for this swing timing onto the high ground. Wants to take the duel. Becky's going to die for it, though. One bolt hit. Alien wins that duel, but he needs more help in the sky. Drops down, gets the mini. Still fighting for it as well. Pulse Bomb goes wide from Sunjin. His recall's been forced as well. He's trying to get onto the Freya here. Alien turns around, can't find the 180 shot. Kivers is there, though. We've seen Kivers do this one before. Heiser taken out. Jaehong and Kivers have to go onto point, and Lee Soo-min will get all of the cleanup. But a 3.5 minute hold there. Really nothing to turn your nose up at.
Poor Ru Jaehong getting bolted from downtown. He's just too slow with the judgment to pop the Tidal Blast. Cannot get the self-cast off, cannot save himself. And now, deleting that ultimate costs a lot. Potentially up to 3 fights here on the third point if Old Ocean can have really solid cart control. Hold it here, hold it beneath the bridge, recontest at the end. 3 fights just turned into 2 because Kivvies has been pre-fighted by Milgaru up top. God only knows how that's possible. Sonjin looks to be on the low ground, so not sure if that was a solo or follow-up on some bolts, but an incredible pick for Milgaru. And now you can see he's just rolling on through the high ground, making sure that Old Ocean cannot peek, cannot block payload at all.
Cart progress for WAE as they turn it into a more and more manageable situation. Heiser's going to come back free for a touch, just for a slam on the rotation. Becky's there as well. Pulse Bomb sticks actually there, blocked out in the end. Jaehong in big trouble up top against that minefield. Old Ocean have all survived, but they conceded a lot of space, which means Heiser's a little bit isolated. Down to half HP, has to go flying out of that, and WAE have a chance to take the high ground themselves. Support ult's about to be online for Old Ocean, but Alien needs a lot of help. The shield transfer going a long way from Heiser here. Lee Soo-min in really deep, has to TP back to his team. Bola out on the high ground from Alien, forces Milgaru back, but again, no kills converted.
Oh, Heiser trying to connect, can't quite get the slam off. Kivvies finds Sonjin though. Stomp of the Tidal Blast from Becky connects with Maka. And the car's not going to move any further than this. Lee Soo-min will be cleaned up. You can see Milgaru on the run. Only 1:25 left on the clock. WAE have so many ultimates. Old Ocean a little bit behind on Old Bank. But of course, they've got this wonderful high ground position. It's so powerful for the Freya, for the Wu Yang, even for the Kiri. No easy options here for WAE. They can't just walk forward and mash their ults.
No, even with the advantage, as we've seen in this mirror, it's not straightforward to convert ults into kills in this. It's very duel heavy. Bola doesn't quite find the kill there. Aid's going to keep swinging anyway. He has to take the duel with Alien. Hits one bolt, but the slam from Heiser forces him back.
Cart's
Now
moving.
they've They've got the high ground actually here. They're trying to get it to one fight territory. Bolt onto Alien, second one as well. Jaehong's got the full pocket here, but Ada's desperate to force his duel. Kitsune rush from Kivitz up top, looking for the backline. The slam is big. Maka in big trouble. Ajax is for Tidal Blast now as well. Pressure onto the backline. Ada's low. Limited pocket, but Kivitz. Lee Soo-min keeping him alive. Kitsune rush going forward. Heiser's going to back it out. He has the minefield to go. They can keep fighting this. Looking for the players on coast now as well. Lee Soo-min avoids the slam. So looking for it now. Heiser seems a little bit indecisive. We're in one fight territory, 20 seconds.
Oh, Lee Soo-min's so low, but he escapes. Alien falls, and Heiser is really suffering the consequences of his indecision. Lee Soo-min's TP'd on, he's been mind controlled into a mine. Aid goes down as well. Heiser's done it all. The patience to hold on. Minefield on the payload now. Trade onto Becky. They need to tap. It's a 3 versus 3, but the respawn advantage is substantial for Old Ocean. Reaper TP into the window. He's right back into it, young Alien. He's greeted his Wraith and pays no price for it. So now he just needs to press past these mines. Sonja, no recall on the payload. He's got a pulse, but it's Way that need to touch. The pulse is coming out any second now, surely. Sim retake for Becky as well. It's going to be a 5v5. Pulse goes completely wide for Sonjin. TP Tidal Blast down. He will go. Kitsune rush on the payload as well. 5v4 already. Becky's traded. It's a 4v4. There's a Kitsune rush on the card. Surely, although she can close this out. They keep juicing damage. Boom comes through. And Wade can't touch. Old Ocean keep themselves alive in the series.
Bloody hell. Every Old Ocean map win is so scary. So scary. Every advantage. The Tidal Blast, the opening pick from that Tidal Blast, a Kitsune rush on point, a Reaper in said Kitsune rush to try and clear something off point, but nothing gives. And eventually it's just, we're deep enough into overtime. And that Way can't juggle the cart long enough to keep it going, because honestly, if it wasn't for that C9, I'm actually quite worried for Old Ocean in all of that, in terms of how that fight keeps going, in terms of what ults come up next. And we're going all the way.
Oh, yeah. Had to be clenching.
I mean, that was just 10 people on stage, all completely clenched.
Oh my days.
Maka almost had Blast. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was worried it was gonna, you know, you have two ult, you use both your support ults and you don't get more than a 1-for-1 trade out of it. Feels like the ult swing might be coming back the other way sooner or later.
Keep swinging.
This is so, again, just we're heavy favourites at the start of the day. And now it's all just one more round, escort for the final game mode as well. I'm going to grab a drink.
Oh. Are we mega bonking a little bit? I need more evasion and more lifesteal. This is like insanely L-parting. I don't want to fight the bush either. I see the bush there, I don't want to fight him. I saw how much damage that stone golem did to me and how long it took for me to kill him. I reckon the bush will one-tap me. Oh crap, and I'm full. We're about to get a swarm in like not much time, so. Good chance.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I need that salesman that's off to my left. You reckon Craig is like well chuffed about this series right now?
What do you mean? What, just is going?
I reckon Craig is
to
like a big time Ru Jae Hong fan.
Yeah, I could believe it.
He's like the right age for it. Horseshoe. Needed that.
Am I alive? Yes, awesome. Thanks for concern. Wait, Lemon, are you still watching right now? Looking for a lemon.
Any lemons?
Ooh, maybe not.
Lemon?
Oh wait, maybe I'm here. Oh, we're just looking for someone to cover the last match so James can go to bed. He's been hit by a full bedtime theory.
Aww.
If maybe you or Big Small or someone can jump in. If you, yeah, like the ticker is for priority. If you do the clip collection as well, that's chill. But if someone can just jump in for last map for the ticker, I can do ticking. Yeah, yeah, just for last map, and then we should be all sorted.
How much lifesteal do I have? 20%. Swanson.
In before a draw? Shit. His escort, there's no way. There's no way.
Attack speed, crit chance. Attack speed. Sometimes you nearly die in the game. We all see that horseshoe, right?
Rialto. All the marbles.
What are the bands? Oh, not done yet.
What will I do on Sunday? I'm probably going to watch the Overwatch, San. I feel like I'm missing something with that question. Is there no Korea at all on Sunday? Oh, probably just chill then. Thank you, 3 of 12. Thank you for the 17 months. We are watching China. Are we? What stage is China at now?
The stage where you don't watch it until that one game with Rock comes.
Get ready to learn Mandarin. Maybe not. Yeah.
I'm chill on that.
It's week 5. Yeah. Yeah. Last weekend of regular season. It's not super convinced me. It's not super convinced.
Not a super convinced?
Nah, honestly, not even a regular convinced either.
Jeez. That's brutal. That's a pretty alarming level of unconvinced, in all honesty.
Tune in for Weibo CC out of respect? Out of respect for who?
Yeah. Like
Who's the respect going to in that situation?
Who needs the respect so desperately here?
Alright, Old Ocean hitting a hog ban going into map 5. Don't want Milgaru to get any ideas of recapturing that one magical day against Zeta Division. So it looks like we might just be in for more of the same. It's going to be Anna Wu Yang for both backlines initially. Obviously, Wei are very much out of spawn and sticking to this one. They have started the ball here too. But honestly, on certain parts, I think I can actually get behind the Winston a little bit more on this map. It's not a bad map for Wrecking Ball. But I think, especially into the Anna, the Winston is a really strong choice here for Old Ocean.
Yeah, Winston, not too shabby. Slam comes out from Neil Gizzy, and God, so many marbles on the line right now. 8 on the Freya, Neil Gizzy on the ball, Arna Wu Yang as well. Just all the classics. Interesting to see the Kiri band come out from WAE, in all honesty. I know Kivers has been putting in the work, but it's sort of the Lee Sumin special, is it not? Rouge Hong trying to fight the side, slammed out, hits the Guardian Wave, sleep, connects. There's 5 members of Old Ocean on the coast just about. And it's just unbelievable. All the goons pulled up for that one, but no kills converted, and not a lot of car push either.
Yeah, Wave came in just after the sleep, so woke him right back up as Milgari goes for another rotation. Avoiding the sleeps is going to be part of the game here for Milgaru. He's beaming it, but he has to reload. Alien's still 1, actually, as Kivers will turn around and top him up eventually. Now looking for the next go, but Jeong has died on the coast asleep onto Milgari, but again, just woken up immediately, and it's Heizo who's going to get booped in, jumps back, will get out. But Nano Charge is pretty even between both teams.
Yeah, Nano turns pretty decent for both, but I'd say that, you know, if I had to give it to one side, probably be the team with the Winston always goes well. But maybe that changes with the state of the game, you know, with Freya, with Wu Yang as well. 2 heroes that are very difficult to Nano Winston dive. Maybe, just maybe, it's easier for Milgari to get the value. Tidal Blast comes out, Pulse goes wide, still does damage to Rouge Hong, actually, but no kill. Aid forces recall out of Becky, I want to say, gets back up onto the high ground as well, and here comes the Nano turn. Jump deep, but it's actually Alien that receives the Nano. He connects a bolt.
Jaehyung's going to get traded in the back while this happens, and Alien has found no kills with this Nano as they go forward. And now with only Kivers as their support, you can see Milgari is just going to start the harassment, bullying him back, forcing Kivers to deep-peek a little bit, isolating them on point. And now Alien, does he have a pocket in this? He throws out the bowler, he catches it as well. Nano comes through from Milgari to keep him alive, ends up killing Heiser on point, and now Milgari, tail end of this, will beam down Alien, and WAE looking good for the hold.
I mean, Lee Sin used the blast in that one too, so maybe a, you know, pretty heavy investment, I'd say. But I suppose they were just matching Nano for Nano and Bowler for, you know, Tidal Blast. Still, WAE looking very comfortable right now. Rouge Hong has his Tidal Blast turn online. You can see Milgari getting ready to engage, take a turn on the bridge perhaps. He's been scouted on the rooftop. Alien eyes in the back and, you know, perhaps even the top of his head as he finds that one. Becky receives a Tidal Blast. Backline pushes on. Oh, absolutely fluffs it, unfortunately. So he's going to miss the stomp on Naka, and Heiser's going to die with Primal Rage. All of that hard work to fall to bits like this on map 5.
They've gotten so far, but it's suddenly the final minute. They're not even round the corner. They need to give themselves something to work with for the defense. All going to have to come down to Heiser's Primal here. Wavo, Bowler, mines to throw at the backline here. They need to try and do it cleanly. Heiser's already been forced to go all the way round again. Naded out as they go for that swing, looking for it. Bowler throwing out a choke, pulse bomb in as well. Heiser is out with the Primal. He's taken so much damage though. So he's cleared a little bit of space. They're swinging the corner at least now, but no kills out in this Primal for Heiser.
What a disaster. No kills
Alien's
for the Primal. Alien gets picked by Sonjin and Milgaru. They push deep, they find that kill. 23 seconds on the clock, Xavier. Kills here could spell the end of Old Ocean, and the backline just evaporated on the coast. Heiser trying to get back towards the spawn. He's already half HP. Sonjin taking the ego duel with young Becky, but somebody's got a touch now for Old Ocean.
They have to try and make it. Heiser's coming back on the Winston. He's going to get nanoed early to try and help him get the touch. Needs one more shift. Does get round the corner, but this nano has been used entirely to touch. Now Minefield to cut off the exit. And nano onto Sunjin as well to hunt this one down. Deletes Heiser off that. Alien's been taken care of as well. Now it is a 3v5. Pulse Bomb is wide from Becky. And it's all falling apart for Old Ocean. We'll deal with him in the back. And that is a full hold for WAE.
Oh, what a shame. Old Ocean put up such a fight throughout all of the maps in the series. Long day at the office, but it's just bedtime theory in its most brutal form.
It's just a pointless extension of the series.
He had to get to WDG Studios at 6 p.m. Korean Standard Time. He is exhausted right now. He is all tuckered out and then some. And yeah, you can see, finally ran out of gas, the old man. Now all WAE really need to do is win one fight, right? Like with the current state of the cart, even a recontest is a bit optimistic. Cart wasn't pushed past, like meaningfully past the first corner. It's in like the halfway zone.
Yeah, it has to be a perfect hold, and not a lot of. It's just really tough. I know, obviously, of all the maps you would maybe have to defend this position in, maybe Rialto feels like one of the more possible. Isa will be starting on the ball for the defense here as well. Going to be more Anna Wuyang too. Alien starting on the Freya. Do you think this means they would be better with Lee Soo-min on Wuyang and instead of Kiri? Now, I feel like Kiri is Lee Soo-min's best hero. I think the problem isn't the heroes they're playing or the way around they're playing them. The problem is they're just like, their willingness to shit the bed so often.
Kivi's is just having his way with poor Sonjin.
Yeah, like
Kira Mitroso matchup.
Put a third support and it doesn't stop that happening, you know? Like,
alright. Let's get a marble check. Let's count them up. Old Ocean now. 1 bite, 1 win. Anna Wuyang, same mirror as before. Gonna have to do God's work to make this happen. Back high ground for Kivis. Ru Jae Hong on the Wuyang. Old man, new tricks. Milgaru rolling over towards the coast now. He's found an opening already. Starts closing the gap towards Ru Jae Hong, who's poked to about half HP. Steals the Mega Health Pack. The dive comes through. And Ru Jae Hong, he survives. Lee Soo-min, not so much. Heiser finds the opening frag, and the first attempt at a side fight is a failure for WAE.
Alright, there's 25% of the way there for Old Ocean. Decent start, and they're in control again. This is going to be a little bit of a pattern here. You can see Milgaru just tapping that payload, make sure it doesn't roll backwards at all, and it might just be another explode onto the side. You can see Milgaru going through onto the backline. Aid looking for an opportunity to peek in main. Spots Alien there. Lands one bolt. Actually, the follow-up is good from Sunjin. Nade is out. Forces the recall out of Sunjin. Now the sleep onto point as well. Heiser can't leave point now either, so he's going to have to be glued to that. The rest of Old Ocean, they need to find kills. They're still 20-30% off their support dogs, and Heiser is in big trouble. He has to get off. It's going to be Becky forced to touch now. He has the pulse bomb. He's going to delay it as long as possible. He gets on now. Goes for it. Pulse bomb up in the air. Dies. Doesn't get the recall. Kivitz dies. 16% short. And just like that, after all their effort, Old Ocean will fall short and WAE will go through to regional playoffs.
WAE punched their ticket to another semi-meaningless series of seeding matches where they will, I believe their next opponent is Team Falcons. So
yeah.
It's a grab a Bible and start praying situation if you're a WAE fan, because it's not looking too hot.
Nothing ever happens.
Yeah. Cold Ocean does not need to go into the ball. They put on a good show. One of their support players is 35 years old. They don't need to go in the bull. They need to go to bed. Alright, I'll finish up this Mega Bomb game and then I'll call it for the day. Yeah, Jasmine, Ru Jae Hong's 35. He's a legend of the game.
Is he 35? I'm sure he's 34. Or maybe 35 Korean. Oh, thank you, Lemon.
Oh, I didn't summon the boss.
Sunjin player of the match. Have to forget the first half of the series a little bit, but good for it in the end. Honestly, I think Milgaru would have been a decent shout for it as well. What's this pose?
Current selection.
It's Genji. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, not a cone. Yeah. Only to add on years in these situations. Tuck in Jae Hong. Thank you, Sunku.
Sounds like something homosexual would say.
Yeah, it is. Has anyone else used the, what do you call it, the melee perk?
Hey?
Or is it just Sunjin on Tracer?
Oh, right. That's a Sonjin special, I'm afraid. He's liberated for that shit.
Last time I saw someone play a melee build, it was you in Stadium, and it didn't look quite like that.
It did not have legs, I'm afraid. Quick chance, attack speed, quick chance, attack speed.
웨가 승리를 가져갑니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
Chance.
오늘 좀 꽉 찬 승리를 가져가게
Box.
됐는데요. 마카 선수와 인터뷰 나눠보도록 할게요. 부산까지 한 걸음, OWCS 아시아까지는 이제 확정이 됐습니다. 많은 게 걸린 중요한 경기였는데요. 좀 소감 한번 들어볼까요?
개인적으로 온사이드를 이기고 뭔가 오시드로 못 간 게 너무 아쉽긴 한데 그래도 뭐 어떨게 이렇게 좀 힘들었지만 진출.
Yeah, I still don't buy any of that stuff, Panda. It just didn't make sense. Like, they tried to offer an explanation, it just doesn't fucking make sense. So I'm just gonna presume they're stupid. You know all that shit about WAE having to change their name because of the Esports World Cup contracts or something?
Huh?
You know the difference from going WAE with a Y to WAE with an E? Just sounds like
What was
hot
the-
nonsense to me.
How was it? Yeah, I don't know how it was rationalized.
Yeah, like, you know when they offer an explanation, they go, oh yeah, no, it's because of the Esports World Cup or something, or like their
Like, who
contract
was
with
offering this
HE.
explanation is the thing. You know?
Yeah,
who
like, I
am
don't know, like, it's just
Who am I
like,
trusting to tell me this stuff?
it's just like, you just offer an explanation that doesn't actually explain anything. You've just said a load of attached words.
I mean, you know, power to whoever's throwing that sentence together, to be fair.
I mean, it's clearly got enough
Thanks for
traction
the,
that I'm still answering questions about it, like, a few weeks later.
Thanks for the 5 tabs, Julian. Appreciate that. Ending my stream too, so that's all good. But yeah, watch 2 minutes of ads for you. You're a fucking king, bro. A king. Thank you. Stream's done though. I'm just finishing this game. Did you watch some? Did you watch some of the Korean OWCS? Did ya? W rerun, yeah.
그렇군요. 이런 콜들이 오갔기 때문에 오늘의 이렇게 승리까지 닿을 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 그리고 또 오늘 마지막 세트 코감.
If it's nonsense, why even bother to change it? Just because they probably thought it was funny. Like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like a lot of people were trying to assign a lot of reasoning to what is just a group of blokes who have to fill in a form and say what their Overwatch team is. And probably went, I think it'd be funny if it was like WAE, but without, instead of a Y, it was an E.
Different.
Yeah, it's a little different, right? Yeah. You know, like... what's
I like the
what's,
theories that the old mate wasn't letting them use the WAE branding, even though they're wearing the WAE jerseys.
Yeah.
Like this.
like what's that? Is it something Razor or something? Or maybe that's something else. What's the law where it's like the simplest explanation is often the explanation?
Occam's or something.
Is it Occam's Razor maybe?
I don't know. I'm not a Razor expert, but it's,
Yeah,
it's
if we've got any
someone's Razor. It's
Razor-
like Occam's or Hanlon's, one of those. Like,
Oh yeah,
Occam or
Occam's
Hanlon.
yeah. People were saying Occam's Razor. We were on the right track. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, the burden of proof here isn't on us. It's on WAE to explain why they had to change the name, or they just
well, they're never
changed it
going to
because
do
they
that,
thought it was
'cause
funny.
They're a Korean
Yeah,
OWCS
like-
team, unfortunately. So yeah,
9K can literally bury Stalker 6 feet underground with cement shoes and not say a word about it. So you want an answer about WAE's... you want an answer about WAE's slight name change? Good luck to you.
that's just pure delusion to think that you're going to get an answer. Ever.
Is there a Discord we can join somewhere? You can either join my Discord, !Discord, or if you go to the OWTV website and at the bottom, there's a Discord there as well. Talk about Overwatch esports,
Mystery
talk
third
about
option.
fantasy.
You can also in my chat type !Discord, and there's one of those for
Ooh.
everyone.
Wow.
Giving them away like hotcakes.
Honestly, if you want a Discord, there's actually a whole selection.
There's so many Discords to join. Don't even bother plugging it anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, it kind of just happens.
I mean, I just read the stuff that the people in my Discord say, and I think, yeah, I mean, they can take care of themselves. If that community wants to grow, that ain't on me. Like,
It's growing by itself now, mate. It's you know.
it's, I believe what they say. They call that metastasized.
Did Onside just pound him? Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to dress it up. They got pounded. It wasn't even remotely close. Oh, you were making a joke about the WAE name change, but I'll join out of respect. That is actually very respectful of you, Westy.
Thank you for the respect. Dude, this game is so dopamine max.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I've seen is yeah, because I only ever watched you play it for like a half second, but as soon as somebody like mentioned like Risk of Rain, I had like a flashback to Patrick playing it, and I was like, oh yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, it's just very Moorish. Consult the statue.
Am I going to watch the Japan Grand Finals? What day are they? Is it tomorrow or is it Sunday?
It's at like the 2 p.m. my time. It's in 14 hours.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Is it not going to
Yeah, it's
overlap
really
with
soon.
Korea, or is it going to be just before Korea?
14 hours, mate. It's 4 hours before Korea.
Oh fucking hell! That's 4 a.m. It starts. That's a no then.
Like that, from the sounds of it.
I mean, unless the only situation would be if North America runs so late. Oh wait, no, it won't even, will it? Because there's no North America tonight. Yeah, there's actually no situation then.
It's not happening, is it?
No, I was going to say the only option would be if North America ran like super late and it was like, well, fuck it, I'm up anyway. But
Just not going to be up at 4 for the Japan finals if they're all 4-0ing reject, are you?
No. Is there any hope for reject, or is it just
No.
no, not even remotely?
It just doesn't happen, I'm afraid.
So there's going to be zero hope for them. At which point they're going to fly them out to Korea for another zero hope game.
Correct.
Class.
Yeah.
Class.
It's good. It's really good.
No other Overwatch matches today, but there'll be North America and EMEA over weekend. Headline fixtures. I feel like the Saturday actually lines up quite nicely. There'll be a couple of maybe interesting dogfights, but then there's also going to be Vision versus Peps, which I feel like is the battle for fourth, and then there's going to be GK versus Team Liquid, which is obviously a pretty crucial game in terms of finishing top of a regular season in North America.
I think GK can finish top of the season, or is this like important for Liquid?
That's important for both, right? Like, it's still too
I
early.
think DK's going to finish at the top. I'm still not buying the propaganda of GK.
I'm not saying they're
like
going
that.
to finish at the top. I'm saying the GK versus Team Liquid match is an important match in determining who finishes top.
Yeah.
Which I feel, I feel that side of things is fair.
I'll do that.
But yeah, I think if you want like actual power rankings, I think most of the consensus from what people say is that Team Liquid and SSG are the top two, and then GK are the third team. But obviously tomorrow we'll get like the live action test of that theory.
It's good when we get to do it in live action.
Not pre-recorded. Yeah, I hate when we have to pre-record to find out.
Mate, where's the boss? Oh, I found it.
Wait, Japan get flown out? Both teams get flown out for not for their regional playoffs, but for is it just called Pacific versus Japan Showdown or something? I don't know if it has
Yeah, I don't even know, mate.
A funky name. Oh, it's the Japan versus Pacific Road to World Finals. Cool. And they have the Korea Road to World Finals. Honestly, Craig is out there.
There's like so many roads.
He's quite literally paving the way. All this tarmac is going down just so everyone can make it to Stockholm.
Surplus road.
It used to be hard to get from Korea to Stockholm, but luckily Craig has paved the way.
Craig seriously came in clutch with all that road work he put in.
I'm just picturing Craig now in like his high vis.
I mean,
next to one of those big rollers.
No job is. Who's the player you enjoy watching the most? Doesn't have to be the best. I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. Um, I'm pretty indifferent. I wouldn't say that I have a favorite. I like watching my friends win when they play. But to be honest, I just like good Overwatch. I just like when the matches are
Whoever's
close more than
playing
anything
well, you
else.
know? Like if
Yeah, like I just want to see a good game. Oh, 1 minute on the clock, and I haven't found the final boss, so there it is.
I don't see how GK can go from map 5 versus Alcan and Falcons to third in NA. Roster changes, patch changes.
Yeah, I feel like roster changes and patch changes actually like really explain away the exact line of thinking that you were struggling to grasp there.
Yeah, I think like in general, like if I was to do like NFL or fucking football power rankings, they'd actually be fairly consistent, you know, in terms of if you want
Why'd I
to
just
draw like
die?
form trends and everything over the course of a season or something. But I feel like in
Oh.
Overwatch for patch changes, just like you even hear it if you watch any of the interviews on OWTV. When the players talk about it, you ask them about the power rankings, and they're like, well, this is what I feel like it is now, but it's going to be a patch and it's all going to change, you know? Like, as much as there's maybe still the rough tiers, the exact order is determined a lot by the patch.
Are you saying this homosexual? He stole my weapons. Do I get them back, or
Been robbed.
I mean, I just got robbed by Bark Vader. But
Mark
like,
Vader.
I didn't realize that I shouldn't go through the portal. Like, I had time. Do damage to get them back. I mean, dog, what am I doing right now?
Do some damage here, mate. Just hit a shot.
I'm trying. Let's get some damage going.
Can
Change my
you
game to Mega Blanc.
Can you explain why Vega got +1 in fantasy this week when he only got 17.5 points versus Team Z? Yeah, averages is the main thing. Like when we look at the scores, because I saw a few people like OBS Sojourn was like tweeting us and stuff, and people talking about all these different things, and I feel with like a certain amount of it, and there's just like it sounds rude and I intend it, but like stat illiteracy here in terms of how the numbers actually work, you know? Like there's sort of breaking points for moving people up, moving people down, and then it's what is their average overall, right? So Vega didn't go up that high on what's the word? He didn't score massively, but his average was still there. Or still higher.
People asking why he went up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'd make more sense to have Fixer be more expensive than him because of one big performance, even though Vega on average has performed the highest of any main support.
Yeah, like I think, you know, there's like people I think overreact to the most recent performance, you know, as in like whatever their last point score is. And some of this is, you know, we have more data available to us, or maybe not actually. We have the data in a more, I guess, consumable way. Like if you wanted to collect the same amount of data, you'd have to do a lot of create your own spreadsheet off the data in the site type thing. So I imagine in terms of the rawly accessible data, it's just like total points and last played. So I think people put a lot of weight into last played, but really last played depends a lot more in terms of how people score on average per match, right? You know, for example, when Zomba scores 45 points, it's actually not that impressive because it's 45 points against two teams they would expect to win in 2 games. So it's like 22.5 points in a 1 game, which isn't enough to really justify a price increase. Or in general as well, you have to factor in a lot of it is comparative. So what's a good example? So it's not necessarily if you are scoring high or low, it's how you are scoring compared to your cost. And are you scoring similar to those who have a similar cost to you, if that makes sense?
Relative.
Yeah. So he didn't have a big enough
In summary-
average for a +2, but enough to get a +1. Yeah, I think it was. I'm trying to. Fuck. Maybe I'm butchering my memory here, but I'm pretty sure he was pretty close to getting a +1 last week instead. And then his average was still quite high, even with a lower score in that.
Stats don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, like, because to be fair, and I can talk about the OBS Sojourn one a bit because I guess she commented publicly if I can find it.
The shield is so OP.
Where is it?
any shield is so broken. I need to take a shield in every single run.
I need 4 more hours of these drops, but not going to lie, it was an amazing match. You might struggle today. I don't think I've got 4 hours in me. But if you're missing anything, come back tomorrow, same time. There'll be some drops. Or go watch Hunter. Hunter might get suckered into playing this game for another 4 hours.
No, I changed my game to Mega Bonk, so there's no drops here anymore for the rest of the day.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow.
Oh, I've
same
died a
time
second
tomorrow.
time. When I can't lifesteal in this phase, I just get hit by everything. I'm not going to kill the boss.
Was it in response to this one?
Mate, what the fuck? I'm so immobile for this final phase. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was a comment kind of like this, right? Like Vega +1 for 17.5 versus Team Z, while Zed gets -1 for 20 points versus Team Peps. And this, I think, is like another example of... It's got like... A few people liked it as well, you know? So clearly some people agreeing. But it's the same type of thing, right? Like, Ziad is a 25 cost player scoring mid in a game that they won quite aggressively. Oh, that's you? Yeah, so it's the same kind of logic here, where it's like, versus Vega, who I think would have been 22 cost when this message was written.
Vega was 22.
Yeah, so it's like, if anything, the fact that Vega scored 17.5 points and 20 points, and that they scored quite similarly, but there is a 3-point cost between them, actually also implies they should actually move like closer towards each other, you know? Maybe it wasn't on this tweet, maybe it was the other tweet. Was it the leaderboard? Yeah,
3 deaths.
Sounds like it's going well.
It's over.
So yeah, so
shit. Like, fuck.
Like the long and the short of the answer is, there's a lot of moving numbers here. That can mean one thing or the other thing, you know? Like again, we look at the actual numbers, but then there's also an element of like taking the strength of fixture into account.
I have the unlock.
Yeah, like, yeah, what Wesley's saying about, you know, the idea of like, we're hesitant to do +2s unless it feels really egregious. Like, maybe I'll talk about it in this order. So like, yeah, because I think what OBS Sojin is describing in her message is actually, like, the problem she has described, I think does exist, but I think her diagnosis is incorrect. So to talk about that, I guess, in more detail, is she sort of says, sadly not enjoyed fantasy as much as stage. Feel like you have to have Crocs or a bench player to be able to get the players you want. Regions are just too top heavy in a stage, and the cost reflects that. So I think actually there is potentially a problem here in the sense that some of the highest scoring rosters have often been the iShow Finance rosters, where you start, like, think week 1 was it the Nevermind rosters all went top, and then the Crocs Gambit has been really strong, then the Rhino Gambit has been really strong as well. So people have sort of been able to jump from one finance Ponzi scheme to another, and sort of find a lot of success through that. And I think that being a viable strategy isn't a problem. If what you want with fantasy is multiple approaches to be viable, right? Like in an ideal world, something like that is like a high risk, high reward type thing. But maybe if you just go middle of a pack, that's also, you know, like everyone's around about 21-19 type thing. That's another viable strategy. So I think there is an element that it's like that type of stuff is like too powered or too powerful this time compared to previous. She also says, I wish deaths counted for less. Some roles hit scan will always die more than others, as well as metas where main support is the easiest target to kill. I don't like that. Most of the time it's more beneficial to pick a flex support, flex DPS for points, just because they're least likely to die. I don't think this is true. I think it was true in stage 2, but I don't think it's actually true this time. I think 4 out of the 6 highest scoring DPS players so far have been hit scan players. So there's a leaning, right, towards flex DPS, sure. But I don't think it's by any means that the hit scans are not viable at all. You know, like I went Psycho instead of Quartz last week. It's just more anecdotal than stats based, but I lost out big time because Quartz scored way more. Similarly, like Seeker, I think has been one of the highest scoring players on Nightmare recently too. So I think I think actually the hit scan DPS thing is fairly balanced. I think if the only problem I would say with DPS is DPS have probably become one of the lowest scoring roles, but they're maybe priced like a premium role. Like at the start of stage 3, I think tanks and DPS were priced as the highest scorers, but the changes to the healing formula actually meant that maybe more support should have started higher. And then she says, I have very little fantasy experience, but I'd rather see most players go positive, so picking budget doesn't feel like a throw and can get excited about more budget players, or I don't feel like I need bench players so I don't lose points with a player who will probably go negative. I mean, I feel like we fixed most of that with the healing thing. Like maybe if anything, it's overtuned the other way in terms of the supports are scoring too highly. I think people can still go negative, but if they go negative, it's like rare. You know, like Crocs got 3-0'd, right? By, was it Twisted Minds? And got 3.5. Which obviously isn't, isn't the sort of score he's going to tell his grandkids about or something. But
Mini might.
I mean, he does talk a lot, so it'll probably come up at a certain point. But I think for the most part, like if a team gets 3-0'd, ultimately, it's kind of hard to fucking protect their score too much, and then you always get those sort of like, I'm going to use the term hidden gem players like Frothy Philly or like Jonte, who will score like 14 points in a 3-0 loss or something. So I feel like that's actually, I think her overall like bit Natchi's feeling in terms of a problem, I think is true. I think the problems, and I don't think we can solve it at this stage. I think like we've created an inflation economy in fantasy this time around, where there was a couple of players I think were probably just mispriced, like bad prices to begin with. And then we played catch up with those. But then also we've done more price changes than we have done historically. But I think then what happens is this weird thing where, like, for example, I'll use the Fixer example from this week, right? Where Fixer was 21 cost, but his average is actually probably higher than 21 cost, and then he has a big score week that bumps his average up quite significantly as well. And you factor in that Virtus Pro have now completed their most difficult fixtures. All things are looking up for Fixer. But the problem is, because everyone else's price has already gone up, I then feel compelled to match the inflation, if you know what I mean. Like, Fixer has to go up to 23 to match the people he is scoring alongside. And then, because the alternative would be, why not just lower everyone else's price? But I think that feels really shit to do partway through. Like if I just chunked money off UV, Vega, and like Astro or something.
You could take from Daniel. He's off my roster now. So.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, it's and then we've sort of like created our own. I mean, I guess this is actually just how inflation works. Because some of the other prices are inflated, everything else has gone up to match those, and then you just get in this weird situation where everyone is actually quite expensive. And I think that is maybe causing more of what OBS Sojourn is experiencing. Like, I feel like most of the people who are maybe listening to this now and are maybe like the active players in both like mine and Hunter's chats who are probably quite engaged with fantasy are probably also quite rich right now in fantasy in terms of the money they've gained over the course of the sort of first 4 weeks. So everything probably feels really fine or even broken for them in terms of the players they can afford. But I wonder how it is for the sort of average player who maybe didn't do as well initially or didn't know like fucking Rhino was going to start or something, or wasn't spun into taking the Crocs Gambit or something like this, For those players, are the prices for them now just fucked if they want to build like a semi-reasonable team or something?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely priced out of playoffs.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, obviously they'll get the price
in order for me to
rise
have
for
like
playoffs, but I don't know if it'll be we're going to do +4 because that's what we've said, but I don't know if it'll be enough if you've not like started and made money already.
I mean, I have like at least 110 budget, at least. I think maybe more than that, and like, I still have to like take some sort of sacrifice, in order to make it work. I still have to like hold people that I got
exactly.
pre-price increase to make that work. So it's like,
I think
if you haven't done well, you're
You're
fucked.
fucked.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm finding the same thing, right? In terms of like I still have to tank it on a player a little bit to enable everything. But that's also partly because everyone else is expensive. So I think like, yeah, so to bring it, I think OBS Sojan is right with the problem she's experiencing, but I don't think it's caused by the other part she mentioned. I think it's actually an inflation problem. But I also think that's like a learning for the future piece of information rather than I don't think there's a way to fix it now without artificially just resetting all the prices or something. And then what do you do with people's budget? And that all feels a little bit unfair and artificial, especially when there are prizes on the line. And I think from a legal standpoint as well, you're really not allowed to change the rules once you do some kind of public facing prize giveaway either. So I don't think there's a way out of it right now, but I think it's all useful information for the future. We need to start taxing these rich fantasy players. Yeah, okay. You're totally right. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat now. Yeah, my lowest cost player at this point is 21. Yeah, like that feels like that maybe could be true during playoffs, but that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be
impossible for that
week
to be
4.
true during playoffs for the average player. Like,
that's what I mean. It should be possible if you've done well. It should be like, hey, I've got myself to a great position. It shouldn't be possible for the average player by week 4.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I guess the problem with inflation is it's typically hard to solve. Unless we've got, maybe I'll call Jake up for some economics advice, but.
Yeah, I mean, he could help you for a fee. A nominal fee.
Yeah, I think there's like, I'll probably do a video about this after the playoffs and stuff, just so that it's in like a more public forum. But I think the important things you want out of fantasy is that one, there's different paths to success, right? You don't want the blueprint as much as obviously a lot of people will inevitably copy Max. You also want different paths of success, and I feel in stage 2 earlier this year we had like different paths to success a lot more consistently. But I think you want more different ways to win. I think you want more ways where people can enjoy it at different levels, right? You don't just want it to be a game where like if you have a bad couple of weeks, I just can't fucking play anymore, right? Because you missed out on all the price changes or stuff like that. Similarly, I think I want like a big thing for us to introduce is like weekly scoring as well, because a lot of people joined like week 2 and week 3, and then it's just like, well, you're probably not going to get that high off the leaderboard. But if we had like weekly, you know, you could win a week. Even if you joined week 6, you could win a week, you know? Okay. Yeah, it means I think you're right, Criminal Annihilation. We'll be in a situation where like the poor people now can't afford anyone good, and they're also going to find themselves in a process where a lot of the budget picks they need to enable their roster are just fucking eliminated from the tournament, which is going to be really rough. And then, yeah, other people on the other end are going to be playing with essentially max money almost, you know? Like they could have any combination of 5 players they want. The only thing limiting them is the number of transfers, which goes up to 3 anyway for playoffs, so they're really sort of playing with a full house. Could you have it like the top 5 highest worth players at 25 score, and the next 7 are 24, and the next 9? Yeah, I've been thinking about ways to do it better. Like more, I think like, because the easiest way is we just do less. Like we make it harder to justify a price increase and stuff like that. The other way there's other things we can leverage is to change the costs to have like decimals in them. And then we can obviously shift it by smaller margins. Because what happens is actually when you jump up 1 in price, it's pretty significant, right? And if you jump up 2, it's actually you know, every time I've planned out my like 6-week plan, the price changes have forced me to completely change that plan pretty much. And I don't know if that should be consistently true every time. Because the other one is we could do like the way FPL does it, which is the Premier League football one, is they do it based
I
on
can't imagine like watching it myself.
ownership. So if a player is a certain price, but then their ownership goes up, every time their ownership goes up as a percentage, their price increase correlates to that. My only worry is like how manipulatable that is if you just start making like dummy accounts. Because we have, what did we have, like 3,000 players maybe? So I wonder how hard it would be to genuinely manipulate like the price of a player in that. Because then the nice thing about that, I guess, from our POV, is it takes the it just, you know, the market just takes care of itself essentially.
Free market theory.
But the problem is, because for example in FPL there are 11 million players, so to change the price artificially by making new accounts, you either have to have some kind of bot that you've programmed to create on these accounts, or you have to have a huge amount of time and maybe some child labor mixed in there as well. So it's really hard to manipulate the prices in FPL. But is it that hard to manipulate a 3,000 player game? Probably not.
That was silver gain, not gold gain. I've taken 2 silver gain shrine blessings this game. Game's done. Knockback, damage, damage, damage.
I can afford, yeah, exactly, Criminal Annihilation. Yeah, so I think what's happened is the game will still be interesting for people at the top because it becomes essentially a different type of game of not everyone actually just has loads of money, and it becomes a lot more, you sort of remove the budget management aspects of it, and it just becomes who can pick the right players or the highest scoring players, you know? And it becomes kind of like the TM game we had last week, where it's like, do you want to buy Simple or do you want to buy Quartz? What's the choice? It's like 50-50 type decisions, you know?
Part of me does think that like the doubles component of it is so like
broken.
It's too rewarding, you know? Like it's like you can't win if you're not absolutely maximizing your doubles. And like I'm not sure, like is that a thing in fantasy football? Like,
it is, yeah.
Are there like loaded fixtures where you need to be like playing around?
Yeah,
that?
So not by default, because default it is there are 38 games and you will play 1 game each week, but inevitably other cup competitions come in, so fixtures get rearranged. So then certain teams have doubles and certain teams don't have doubles. And it especially happens at the end of a season. And what you get is, because you get an FPL, do you know what chips are? Where you can get like triple points on your captain or something, or stuff like this.
That news to me.
But they're basically like special things you can play once a season that give you like extra scoring, you know?
Right.
So it becomes an important decision in those ones. When do you use those chips? But the best strategy almost every year is to save those chips for the double game weeks, because the teams will play twice as much chance to score goals, score points, and you use the chip to multiply the score on it as well, and you can get really crazy scores in 1 week or something. The difference is that happens a few weeks of the year in a 38-week season. We're an 8-week one, and there's doubles for all of those weeks, I think, actually. Maybe there's one there's not, but frequently. Imagine if you triple captained Hawk week 1. Exactly, right? You know, like if you just triple captain on the double, it just becomes broken. Will the percentage pick rate be fixed? Yeah. The full disclosure, the fantasy website this turnaround, actually there was, if you remember it from stage 2, there's been 0 work done at it. We basically just turned it back on again and did an updated set of prices, but it was very much a backseat compared to OWTV. But obviously, as we go into this off-season, there's going to be a greater opportunity to actually do stuff with it to improve the functionality, the appearance, and a lot of the stuff like that.
Next year is going to be a huge year for fantasy.
Yeah. So we just figured, you know, because we didn't have time to like integrate, you know, we didn't even have time to integrate it into OWTV. So we didn't even integrate it. We didn't really change the rules or the setup or anything. But we figured, even if it's not perfect, people would rather play than not play. It's simple play theory.
Anyone in chat feel like typing the word play even though I'm not running marbles just to prove the play theory? Blaze.
I'm getting some plays.
That's been dropping Blaze a lot today. I like playing. Is one of my tomes a crit multiplier? I'm getting nothing on that, right? Cooldown, crit quantity.
It'd be great for low-cost players if teams have got 3-0 stop but still to be viable. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I think, like... But I don't know how to distinguish who should score and who should not. Because if everyone just scores every week, we don't actually, like... I could stop players going negative by inflating the scores, right? Or or like reducing the death penalty. But that doesn't actually change anything. If that makes sense. Like... Because the differential between the low scoring player and the high scoring player will still be the same. And that number could be +5 instead of -5. Yeah, death penalty mentioned. Thank you. Cheers, Joyce. You know, I could change that -5 to +5 by lowering the death penalty.
Why
Stop calling it death penalty. But then all that will happen is the player who scored better than that player will just score 10 points more. So you're still getting gapped by the same margin. It's just, it'll look prettier, star emoji. Exactly, you know? So, I mean, we can do that, but I don't think that actually affects the state of play or how you play the game, you know? Fantasy has done the impossible. Made me care about Overwatch in the West.
Why bonk homosexual? You've convinced me.
Except for players that don't play. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. But I don't know if anyone... Is anyone actually taking a sub player who's done well? Like, because there was a week 1 where everyone had Nevermind, right? But really that was just like... I don't know if we have anyone here. Does anyone here have Nevermind week 1 and has transitioned it into a consistently high position in the leaderboard? Were people able to go from a Nevermind to the Rhino to the Crocs Gambit or stuff like that?
My damage is so bad.
If you reduce the death penalty, wouldn't that buff double since a lot of the time you don't take a double because the team will lose? Yeah, potentially. I mean, it's comes back to what Max was saying about the doubles, where the doubles do feel broken, right? Like, when we posted on OWTV, the highest scoring fantasy players from week 4. And it was just 5 Twisted Minds players. It was the entire Twisted Minds lineup because they were the only team to have a double and didn't even win both of their doubles, but had scoring points in both doubles. But I don't know how to solve the double problem necessarily. Like, because one answer would be to start taking averages of both games, essentially. But I feel like that's actually a more confusing scoring metric.
Yeah, like removing the doubles element is just so hard.
Yeah, because the only reason we
maybe they cut down on the number of teams in the tournament next year and they've
yeah, like because we didn't obviously we didn't choose to put doubles in. It's just there are naturally occurring doubles. So how should we adapt the scoring? You know,
just happens unfortunately.
Yeah, because the way to fix that, or you can also fix it by taking out transfers. But I feel like that also just kills the game in terms of coming back to it every week.
Yeah, it's not much of a thing if you can't do weekly transfers.
Yeah, so there's not like would it be fair to just make scores worth 75% of a double? No, the problem I find with a lot of these fantasy things is every time you propose and maybe it's just how life works to be fair, but every time you propose a solution, there's pros and cons. So if you do something like that, like make it 75% of a double, but then what happens is potentially stuff like the Sakura double, which was, that was the buzz of the town week 3. How you getting into the Sakura double? Where you're taking a negative to get into the Sakura double, everything like that. Stuff like that just goes, oh, if it's just a weak team double, then maybe we shouldn't do that. So there's always going to be give and take with all of these things, and there's not like a correct answer. It's just whatever we think will feel best.
Hey, Payback. Time is it right now?
Yeah, I think because
12:30.
while the 75% will like feel fairer potentially, I also know like the more convoluted these things are, the harder, like the more convoluted and the more layers or the more rules, maybe a better way to say it, the harder it is to get into. I think, I want it to be like as accessible as possible.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
Rules are
it
very
doesn't.
unhelpful. Like
Yeah,
user friendly at the end of the day.
it's unintuitive to know that on doubles your players will score 75%. What about a breakpoint scoring system? What do you mean, Chrissy?
Dude, this jump height, unreal.
Oh, so you get like +5 points if you reach 20 limbs as opposed to it going gradual. I see what you mean. Yeah, like with like with saves. Okay. Then the doubles are more of a gamble.
The games are really good. Payback, like really good. First game was surprisingly dog shit, but the rest was good. I would say W games, to put it in terms that most can understand.
The problem is,
fucking...
does that not also just increase the risk for every player then, Chris? So like even if you have a single game week, you're still aiming for the same breakpoint, right? So Hawk finishes on 19 kills and then you send him a death threat or something. Just random example. And in theory, then the double still gives you the same amount of, you get like twice the chances. Maybe give fantasy players a set amount of transfers per stage. I mean, maybe 10 transfers, no refills, so you can swap around for doubles, but maybe you can't swap for every double. Yeah, I don't hate it initially. Like, you just get X amount of transfers per stage. And you can choose to hold them, or you can choose to just int your fucking brains out because you hate your team. I mean, people will 100% just use 5 transfers in week 1 after they don't score well, but maybe that's their problem. One transfer per week.
Force people to play well.
Yeah. The idea of rolling transfers, I quite like. So if you don't use a transfer and then you get it next week. Chris suggesting also that, but you only get 1 transfer per week, but you can bank up, you can save and get a second transfer. Thank you, Cubert, for the 20 months. Wow, 20 months. My only worry is if you only have 1 transfer per week, can you actually play? Or do you have like no moves?
It's just like, how does that differ to what you have right now? Doesn't change the problem of doubles at all.
No, I think it's just like people talking about different things as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Mate, I can't. I don't think I can win this run. You still watching Homosexual? I'm so weak. I have no damage. I legit need to go run over to the final boss and just spawn it.
It
There's a
rewards
nuke
more
behind me.
consistent
Maybe that can help me
players.
with the boss.
I guess one thing here's like did it feel better last stage? Like, did the doubles still feel broken last stage?
They were. The only reason that I did really well last stage is because I was like original
double
doubles
maxing.
abuser and I wasn't streaming talking about it every single time. So way less people were doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the doubles one is hard to solve because it's also hard to plan for, right? Because if OWCS just change the format next year, then we just have to change. Like, we have to work around that either way.
I'm gonna upload it tonight, Tomo. So it'll probably be up like in the next 6 to 8 hours or something, but it depends on whether or not the editor people thumbnail it. It looks like they haven't done that yet at a glance. So yeah. I mean, if you really want, Tomo, you can watch it now. It's not like it's already in my YouTube VOD. Although if you wanted to, AFK to source me some analytics help, then I, respect, thank you. But yeah, I mean, if you're itching to watch it, you can watch it right now.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of warming up to the idea of what if you just got X number of transfers per stage and then, your choice how you use them type thing. And if you get stuck, well then that's just the consequence of poor planning. Oh, thank you, Solid Animal, for the 9 months. Welcome back.
There's my cheat death proc gone.
What if instead of transfers starting with the top ranked participant... Oh, hold on, it's scrolling.
Appreciate that, Tommy.
Starting with a top ranked participant, you force a swap with another person for their roster. Repeat until Carnage has received... That's just to drive everyone insane, Doishi, and also give Toby a huge amount of programming work to do for now. Yeah, so I'm maybe warming up to that idea. Yeah, doubles doesn't need solving, it's just for format. Yeah. It's just whether we could, like, by reducing the number of transfers, like Chris suggested, your ability to min-max for doubles is limited. You can't just make the gambit every week. You either have to, like, focus in on key doubles throughout the stage, or you have to, or alternatively, it gives a priority to people who just score high consistently. So it can sort of indirectly solve some of it. Less transfers also punishes casuals harder. Yeah, there's something nice about just, I can change a cheap player to an expensive player and an expensive player to a cheap player every week, so it feels like I can have big impact on my team. Which is, with FPL, one of the things that always feels a bit rough is I get 1 transfer per week for my, whatever it is it 15? Yeah, 15-person roster, which is like, fuck. Really hard to pick. By the way, couldn't find which players have doubles. If you just go to the match page on OWTV, you can see, the tournament page, whatever tournament you want, EMEA North America, and show all the matches. It's sort of divided up by week, so you can see which teams are playing twice. It's not exactly what you were talking about, but I think in general, like, I think next time we do fantasy, it'd be nice if we had, like, a lot more content focused around that. But again, it's priorities and what we have for resources for right now. But I think in an ideal world, communication definitely should be way better and a lot more supporting content as well. Not to step on Max's toes as Mr. Fantasy, but I think there's definitely, like, there's room for more content around it that we could provide directly. You think that'd be good if we kept the -25 penalty? If you join week 3, you still get 12 transfers. Yeah, I'd guess so. You know, because the penalty is you might get all of your transfers later in the season, but the downside is you don't get the first 3 weeks of points. Yeah. What if you add a coach slot to roster building? They get some sort of scoring. There's a version of that in FPL where you can sign a manager for 3 weeks, and then based on that team's results, you score a certain number of points. It's also multiplied by if they get a good result against, as from an underdog position, they get more points than if they win a game they're favored in, and so on and so on. You need to do FPL this week too. Deadline tonight. Oh, I think I'll show you my team while we're talking about this, Chris. But I think I'm actually just okay. Like I think I'm in a bank situation. Tell me if you feel like I'm on one or if it's all right.
Hey, RKVA.
And then you still can
The
do the
twilight hours
penalty
of
for
the
more
stream.
transfers. Yeah. Agree with me? Perfect. Wait, does this mean the draft I need to do my draft picker team because I forgot to pick my draft team. 6-7 points, cold. Cheers. Yeah, 6-7 is what I scored. Yeah. Yeah, I need Semenyo. He's the truth. Yeah, but how do I get Semenyo in? If I go to transfers, you can see I'm working with 0.1 of the bank. It's a little bit tricky.
Is this truth homosexual?
You broke
You
as
might be onto
fuck.
something.
Yeah. Cheers. Well played. Thanks.
So clever.
Let me look at my draft team as well. Sorry, I'll come back to this one. Fortunately, if you do
Are these
Korea
single
fantasy,
use?
you don't have to worry about doubles being broken. Well, everyone will just have a double all the time. What are we saying? I know you can only do so much, but has WDG Blizz given anything about Asia scores for fantasy? No. Made all the requests, and there's maybe a backup option as well, but it's all very slow moving / non-committal.
It's a lot of moving parts.
It's a lot of moving parts, and the parts that need to be moving also aren't even actually moving that fast. Obviously, wow, it's like a super cool thing for us. It affects them 0. So we are in ask a favor territory. You just want a fantasy team with Donghack? I mean, I feel like Korea would be so fucked, no? Because there's like... Maybe there's just enough...
games. Thank you, Reza. Appreciate that, mate.
Because I feel like a bunch of the bottom players are actually a bit more competitive as well. I think I need to change that. Ooh, fuck. I need to change that. All of Falcons Raccoon just 25. Nah, I feel like Hambin or someone would just be like an egregiously bad fantasy pick or something, you know? I just find a way to score badly in all of it. Where was I going? Draft changes. Pick a team. Did I get any of my transfers? Dooku in. Not Dooku, Doku. Who do I want to bench here?
Remember my character can climb
Not
up walls.
Dooku. One and the same. If all of Asia is one region, yeah, it'd be Korea. It would be Korea or anything. You think Stones? And City do. They do always concede 1.
Damage.
Yeah, well, Stones was
Damage.
injured recently as well, Chrissy. So I think this might be potentially his first game back from injury. To be fair, Lewis Hall didn't play last week as well, which was a real fucking pain for me.
Sure, fun.
Maybe there's an argument Udoggy should be in. Maybe he should just be at the top of the bench. Imagine a Pacific Fantasy. Fuck me. It's Pacific Fantasy, but all the players cost single digit and your budget is 15.
It would just be rigged.
Yeah, it would be rigged so hard. There would just be, you know, we talked about, like, what if there was just a Hog and a Lucio shooting each other, farming damage and healing? It would just be that
Pack
every
is
game.
the region for
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Kunya and Sesko, I'm so cooked. Oh, I'm not trying to claim I'm not cooked. You know, I'm just trying to make the best stew I can of a pretty cooked situation.
I have no tomes. Like, what is going on?
No tones?
No tomes.
I mean, you have no C tones?
No, nobody wants to see tones. That's irrelevant, but...
Get Sharda in. I mean, honestly, I'm really considering a João Pedro bench, even though I know that's fucking crazy. The problem is, all my expensive players on draft are just complete fucking whack. Sesko gets me no points, Wirtz gets me no points, Kunya gets me no points. João Pedro's been fine, to be fair. So not quite all of them, but 3 out of 4 bad is trouble. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a, you know, in a weird way, it feels like Crystal Palace might be more likely to keep a clean sheet against Everton than Man City against Brentford as well. So yeah. That really feel better? Maybe it's actually not that. Maybe it's that. What do you think? Better or worse? Better, worse. I'm so in on the Spurs clean sheet as a result of it, but even then, though, I don't know if Crystal Palace actually actively keep clean sheets a lot. How long do I have for this? Until 6:30. Got loads of time. Where was I going? Clean sheet against Kiev. Concede. Goalless draw there. Clean sheet. There's a decent amount of clean sheets here, honestly. Probably as good as most teams. Yeah, fuck it. Maybe I do that. Maybe I just don't trust Beto at all. Maybe it's even fucking that. Okay, yeah. Is that a reason to put Henderson in over Donnarumma as well? Low key? I mean, to be fair, of the things, I think either goalkeeper is probably really fine in a situation. Also, I don't think I would trust Wirtz, as many people have said. Yeah, this is my draft team though, so I can't. Fuck. Who's gonna accept a trade for Wirtz? Who's gonna accept me knocking on their door with Wirtz? Sub him out. Nah, I feel like he's still. Eventually, he'll come good. Like ahead of Sharda and Beto for sure. I think there's still more chance. He's due? Yeah. Asked to trade Sesko for Haaland. Part of a deal. I don't know if Chelsea's become good time. Yeah, but, you know, but the thing is, you can't tell. You just don't know, right? You just don't know.
I'm off, Sabby. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow, mate. Chelsea also shite, if we're being honest here. I mean, there was a point where I was like, maybe I should just bench Pedro. But that also feels like a hard take. A hard take? A hot take. Games are over? Yes, fat PC clap. I should probably stop the recording now. It's going to be long for no reason.